It's Saturday night Higurashi reading time. You've entered the Saturday night Higurashi reading time zone, aka the Rika respect zone, aka the Maria hating zone. It's time to continue reading Higurashi. Let's click that. Where is it? There you are. Manga Gamer. After Tuesday stream of the awkward cutoff time. I reminded myself that that's how we ended last stream. Awkward point to cut, but it's on. Things happen. Really quick recap. Basically, Rina pulled the okey doke on the teacher, it seemingly got her to leave, and then held the rest of the class hostage with a weapon in hands. Basically called for a negotiator. They got the police force involved, Oishi's involved, Ketchi's involved. Rina's like, don't try to pull any fast moves. Ketchi's like, alright, well, to protect people, I kinda can't be doing any fast moves. Rina still thinks Oishi's on her side. So because of that, she allowed Ketchi to go outside to go meet up with him to... I forget exactly. Was it to give something? No, yes. So she gave Ketchi the books. The Takano scrapbooks of knowledge, of power, of bullshit, and to go give to Oishi. Because I think there was a thing where he's like, whoa, I need evidence. Oh, because she was like, you're going so slow on the raid, basically on the family. And he's like, well, I can't really do it without proof. And she's like, I'll give you the scrapbooks if you just fucking unleash hell upon the Sonozaki family. Basically. And he's like, okay, well, give me the books. And then she sent Ketchi. And then Ketchi, I think, went outside, met up with Oishi and what's-his-face, Kumagai or whatever. I think he handed him something in the exchange secretly on the down low. And then Ketchi was walking back to the classroom where they still are at. And I think I awkwardly paused it right at a time where he was like, what's that smell? What is that weird odor in the classroom? And I think that's where we're at. Rina means fucking business. Rina is not joking around. If I remember correctly, yes, we have the decision save slot here. So that's good for us. So that at some point we can go back, I guess, and reload this, I guess, once we finish the chapter, whenever that is. See what happens. And that is where we begin. With the creepy music and all. Great. As soon as I stepped into the classroom, I smelled something. Everyone had moved to one corner of the classroom. The smell reminded me of a gas station. Was it gasoline? I saw a red gasoline container by Rina's feet. The cap was open. It was seemingly sturdy and made of metal. It said gasoline on the side, written in felt marker. She must have spread it across the entire classroom. The smell was almost giving me a headache. Uh-oh. No, it wasn't just in the classroom. Classmates were soaked in gasoline too. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, boy. How could she? I see. This was just like a hijacker holding a bomb. If the police were to rush in, she would burn the hostages. I didn't know where she got it, but she had a lighter in her left hand. Arena, what do you think you're doing? Of course I won't actually do it. This is just insurance.
私だって大好きなみんなのバーベキューなんて見たくない。
I don't want to barbecue everyone either.
だから冗談で済んでほしいって思ってる。
So I hope this will all just end as a joke. Rina is very good in this, especially has been in this chapter, obviously, where we're seeing her lose her mind and go down the conspiracy hole. Where we still see like the Rina mannerisms, like even in this moment, if that makes sense. But also like it adds that tinge of horrorness to it, where we still see the Rina deep down in her personality and everything, but she's clearly lost completely. Other than that, so it's been an excellent, I think, an interesting and excellent way of portraying Rina in this chapter, where it's kind of freaky the way she still is what we know of Rina, but also has gone off the deep end. In a sense, it's barbecue time. Oh boy. No, you misunderstand. She just said she doesn't want to barbecue everyone. She's not gonna do it. she's being peaceful. So yeah, she says, so I hope this will all just end as a joke. Rina showed off the lighter. Obviously, she was trying to threaten me. I've heard about people committing suicide by setting themselves on fire. They pour gasoline on themselves and light it ablaze. You might think that it was extinguished right away, it wouldn't be that bad. But human skin is supposedly very delicate, and they say that even if 30% of a person's skin gets burned, it's enough to be fatal. If it was your entire body, it would result in death for sure. I've been put in a disadvantageous position. My weapon might take Rina's sight, but I couldn't stop her from using the lighter. She'd probably use it the moment she's attacked. I didn't know if she realized it, but the kind of lighter she had would keep burning until the lid was closed. Therefore, all she'd have to do was light it and drop it onto the floor. In other words, my spray can. I got confused because I thought it was just like can. My spray can wouldn't make Rina powerless at all. The last resort Oishi-san gave me had already lost all its power. What do you mean, insurance? Oishi-san will convince the rest of the police. After that, their investigation will expose the conspiracy, right?
あのスクラップ帳だけで本当に動いてくれるかな。
Do you really think those scrapbooks are enough?
お役所ってのはお尻の重いところだそうだからね。
I know government people don't move nearly quickly enough. Rina was thinking that if she didn't see any progress with the scrapbooks, she'd pressure the police by letting them know about the gasoline.
とりあえずは大石さんを信じよう。
Let's just trust Oishi-san for now.
あとは家宝を待つだけだろ。
We should just wait to hear from him, okay?
そうだね。
Yeah, that's right.
じゃあさっきの話の続きをするかな。
Okay, then let me pick where I left off.
それでね。
Pick up. Anyway.
その寄生虫は長い時間を経るうちに徐々に無害になっていったの。
Those parasites became harmless with the passage of time.
でもそれでは面白くない人たちがいた。
But some people didn't like that.
それがひなみ沢御三家なの。
Those people are the three families of Hinamizawa.
だから彼らは
Therefore, they are... Rina was simply telling everyone what she heard from Takano-san. I started mumbling so I could let Oishi-san know what was going on.
すごい匂いだよな。
What a smell.
ガソリンをポリタンク丸々ぶちまけるとすごいもんだ。
Scattering a whole portable tank of gasoline. I was pretending to mumble to myself, so I could only say it very quietly. I wished I could say it louder, but that was probably impossible. I wasn't sure if Oishi-san could hear me. I thought of an idea to find out whether or not they could hear me.
車のクラクション聞きたいな。
It'd be nice if I heard a car honk.
Kuma-chan, クラクション一発。
Kuma-chan, honk the horn! Kumagai honked once quickly.
ガソリンとは参ったっすね。
Gasoline, huh? Shit.
これでさっきからなんとなく感じてた匂いの正体が分かりました。
That explains the smell.
多分 この後の要求を押し通すための切り札にするつもりでしょうね。
I'm sure she's intending to use it to get what she wants.
クマちゃん、
Kuma-chan,
普通の若い子がポリタンクって言い方をしたら18リットル入りのあれですよね。
people usually mean an 18-liter tank when they say portable tank of gasoline, right?
さあ、多分。
Well, probably, but I'm not sure.
小宮山君、
Komiyama-kun,
営林署の人まだ返してないですよね。
is there still someone from the forestry service here?
ちょっと呼んでもらえます？
Could you get him?
なるほどね。携行缶にはちゃんとガソリンと明記してあると。
I see. Those cans have gasoline written on them.
灯油のポリタンクにも灯油とちゃんと書いてある？
Do plastic kerosene tanks have kerosene written on them?
はい。
Yes.
中身を間違えたら大変ですから、すべての燃料容器にはちゃんと明記してあります。
We don't want to mix them up. All the fuel containers have labels. Not too many people know this, but regular portable tanks can't hold gasoline. Gasoline, while common, is extremely flammable. It can be lit even with static electricity. Therefore, gasoline must be kept in special metal containers. Those are called carrying cans.
じゃあ前原さんがガソリンって言ったのは間違いなくガソリンなわけだ。
So what Myber-san called gasoline really is gasoline.
携行缶は何リットルのサイズのがあったんですか？
Are there different size carrying cans?
18リットル用と5リットル用の2種類があったと記憶してます。
18 liter and 5 liter, I think.
5リットル用って多分平たい形をしたやつですよね。
5 liter ones are rather flat in shape, aren't they?
ええ、
Yes.
真っ赤で平たくて、こう取っ手がついています。
It's red and flat with a handle.
前原圭一はポリタンクという言い方をしましたね。
Keiichi Maibara called it a portable tank.
18リットルの方でしょうか。
Do you think it's the 18 liter type?
あるいは見慣れない形だったんで、とりあえず適当な言葉が思いつかず、ポリタンクという言い方をしたのかもしれない。
Maybe he called it a portable tank because he wasn't familiar with the shape.
でもどのみち、本当にガソリンだとしたら、かなり危険なことになります。
But either way, if it's really gasoline, it's really dangerous. Gasoline burns when lit. But what's an even bigger threat than liquid gasoline are the fumes. When gasoline fumes are lit on fire, they explode. Oh boy. Also, gasoline evaporates easily. Even at freezing temperatures, it evaporates. And so, in other words, inside the closed classroom, the fumes would fill the entire space. Classroom would then become a bomb itself.
熊ちゃん、危険物第4類とかわかる？
Kuma-chan, do you know anything about Class 4 hazardous materials? Almost said
Yeah.
mats. I was thinking video game. No.
気化ガソリンが危険だってことは理解してるんですが、詳しいことまでは。
I know gasoline fumes are dangerous, but I don't know any more than that.
18リットルと5リットルで最悪の場合どの程度規模が違うか調べときたいな。
To prepare for the worst case scenario, I want to find out the difference in scale between the 18 liter and the 5 liter.
そうだ、じじいに聞いてみよ
I know. I'll ask the old guy.
う。署に連絡して鑑識のじい様がいるか聞いてみて。
Excuse me, could you call a station and see if the old guy from the forensics department is still there? Ah, the old guy, of course.
おお、話は聞いちょるぞい。
Oh, I've heard. What's going on?
犯人に直接名指しだそうじゃの。
The criminal requested you, huh?
リーチ一発振り込みドカーンってところじゃの。
Kaboom! Rishi Patsuron! It's fun to joke around at high pressure moments.
裏まで乗っちゃって大変なことになってます。
You do on top of that too.
そのドカンってのは実に笑えないですな。
This isn't a laugh matter anymore.
ところですいません。危険物の第4種はお持ちで？
Anyway, do you know fourth class hazardous material?
お強んか？
Fourth class, huh?
ここにいる人間全員足せば講師じゃぞい。
If we add everyone here, we know everything about hazardous materials.
どうした？ガソリンでも巻いて籠城しとるんか？
Did the suspect spread gasoline or something?
まさにそのようです。
Yeah, it's exactly what's happening here.
人質の一人に盗聴器を持たせてるんですが、どうも犯人は教室内にガソリンをまいたようなんです。
We bagged one of the hostages. Supposedly, the suspects spread gasoline throughout the classroom.
ただ、まいた量が18リットル缶か5リットル缶かわかりません。
But we don't know if it's from an 18-liter can or a 5-liter can.
両方のケースのですね、最悪の場合について教えてもらえませんかね。
Can you tell me the worst-case scenario for both of them?
教室の広さは
How big is the classroom? I can't keep doing that.
だいたい50平米ですね。
Let's see. Approximately 50 square meters?
室内は密閉か。
And the room is closed, huh?
おそらく
More than likely.
さぞやガソリン臭いだろうと思います。
I'm sure the smell must be horrible.
大石、まずいぜ。
That's not good, Oishi.
やっぱりシャレになりませんか。
I had a feeling.
教室は粉々に吹っ飛ぶぜ。
The classroom will blow up.
教室内はまず全員死ぬな。
Everyone in the classroom will be dead for sure.
そりゃ18リットルの場合ですか。
You mean in the case of the 18-liter? No, that's the 5-liter. The 18-liter, the whole village will be nuked.
アホ、5リットルの場合。
That's what I thought. Fool! I'm talking about the 5-liter one.
わしの記憶がボケてないなら、1.8メートルの室内を吹き飛ばすのに4リットルもあれば十分だったはずじゃ。
If I remember correctly, 4 liters is plenty enough to blow up an 8 by 8 meter room. I'm all for any character that's able to call Oishi a fool. I'm here for it. The policeman listening to their conversation on the side went pale. 8 by 8 meters meant a room that was 64 square meters. Only 4 liters are needed to blow that up, and at least 5 liters were scattered in a 50 square meter room. No! I'm scared.
つまりお釣りが来るってことですね。
In other words, the room has more than enough gasoline, huh?
嫌なリーチだな。
That's not good.
じゃあ聞きたくはないんですが、18リットルだったら
I'd rather not hear this, but what would happen if it was an 18-liter can?
そうだのう。大石風に例えると、親のリーチ一発ピンフ単葉赤赤ドラドラに振り込む感じかのう。
Let's see. To put in your words, Oishi, the dealer's hand is Rishi, Patsu, Pinfu, Tanyao, Aka Aka, and Dora Dora.
どういう意味っすか？
What do you mean?
親の倍満24000点。
Baimon from the dealer, 24,000 points.
配給減点が25000点だから1000点本は1本残るってことですかね。
The base distribution is 25,000 points, so there will be one 1,000 point stick left.
そんなところだのう。
Something,
わしら一本くらいは残るかもしれんぞい。
something like that. There may be one pillar left if you're lucky.
そりゃあ振り込みたくないリーチだな。
My gosh, I don't want that kind of Rishi.
ね。
今のうちに消防署に連絡して化学車両を待機させた方がいいだろうの。
You should call the fire department and get a chemical unit ready.
事件解決後の処理は消防の指示を仰ぐ必要があるぞい。
You'll need to have them deal with it after the incident is taken care of.
参ったな。こいつは盗聴情報なんで消防車を呼び寄せたらバレちまうな。
Shit. Heard this through the bug, so if a fire engine shows up, the suspect will find out.
なんとか学校から見えないところに待機させましょう。
Guess I'll have them get ready where she can't see them.
それがいいの。
Yeah, that's a good idea.
あとそれから大石、盗聴器と言ったな。
You mentioned a bug, didn't you?
ね
Yes.
え、さっき人質の一人と接触できましてね。
I had a chance to come into contact with one of the hostages.
その際にこっそりと盗聴器を持たせました。
I gave him a bug.
ガソリン散布はそれで分かったんですよ。
That's how I found out about the gasoline.
まずいの。
That's not good.
化学火災の事例で発火原因に電子機器のランプの点灯があったはずだぞい。
There have been incidents where the sparks from electric devices set gasoline on fire.
ガソリンの発火点は300度程度。
You know, gasoline's flash point is about 300 degrees.
火花はおろか、静電気でも着火して爆発する。
Even static electricity can easily cause an explosion.
冗談じゃない。
You've got to be kidding me.
なんだってそんな危険な液体がこうも簡単に世の中にあるんですかね。
What is such a dangerous liquid available to just about anybody?
知るか。
How the heck should I know?
消防法と自動車社会を作った連中に言え。
Tell that to the fire laws and automobile companies.
6月だからの。そう空気も乾燥しとらんとは思うが、とにかく万が一に備えて盗聴器の電源を切らせた方がいいだろうの。
Since it's June, the air isn't that dry, but just to be on the safe side, tell him to turn the listening device off. Oh
お
boy.
いさん、
Oishi-san.
盗聴器で聞く限り犯人はライターを所持している模様です。
According to what I can hear through the bug, the suspect has a lighter.
ってことはつまり前原さんがスプレーを使って静止しようとしても着火までは防げない可能性が大ってわけだ。
That means even if Maibara-san used a pepper spray to stop her, he won't be able to prevent her from igniting the gasoline.
しかも盗聴器まで使えなくなるとは。
And we can't even use the bug anymore.
なんてこった。
Damn it.
おいしい。
Oishi!
ライターはまずいぞ。
A lighter is really, really bad.
冗談でもいじらせてはならん。
Don't even let her play with it.
犯人もガソリンの危険性を認知しとらん可能性がある。
The suspect may not know how dangerous gasoline is.
量を聞く限り、とても知識があるとは思えんぞ。
From hearing how much she spread, I don't think she knows anything about it. Oishi's back was covered with cold sweat. He never even thought this would turn into such a serious matter. He didn't know how dangerous gasoline was. He didn't know because he'd never heard of cars exploding in car accidents. He knew it was dangerous, but he didn't know what it was capable of. Gasoline is more dangerous once it evaporates. Therefore, a burning car in an accident and gasoline fumes being ignited are at completely different levels. It's quite simple to understand if you think about how car engines work. Cars vaporize gasoline in the carburetor and let it explode in the engine cylinders. In other words, that little explosion in the engine is what gives cars the power to move. Cars 101. Therefore, if you want more power, an engine needs to be bigger to create a bigger explosion. So if an engine cylinder was the size of a classroom, how much power would it create? Anyone with knowledge of engines would know. But a lot of people don't consider how dangerous evaporated gasoline is. Because it's too familiar. 25 hostages and one hostage taker. All 26 people were basically stuck in a huge bomb. Furthermore, the suspect might accidentally set it off. If she were to pretend to light the lighter as a threat, that would be the end. All of the people around Oishi had gone pale. The classroom might explode at any moment. Man, I don't know if we talked about it much, but in the last stream, I think it was even said in the story that Ketchi's like considered like just running out of you know, away from the school building once he was outside. And that deal is looking a little more sweeter at this moment. Not to sound like a coward, but damn. Just beat it. Just run away. How could they save all the hostages? Especially when the criminal was living in her own delusion and her requests were something so unreal.
失礼します。
Excuse me.
先ほど受け取ったスクラップ帳の中に犯人からと思われる文書が見つかりました。
I found a letter in the scrapbook. You might have just run away, not gonna lie. I mean, the thing is, would you feel really guilty if, like, you running away basically caused her to lose it and just immediately blow up the place? I would feel bad. But also, you would have to weigh that against. Basically, you'd have to weigh it against, if we're like thinking about it logically, you have to weigh it against, alright, it's let's say 100% chance she blows up the classroom and she figures out that you ran away. Versus, what is the percent chance that she's going to blow up the classroom anyway that you're staying? If you figure that to be a high percentage, then of course you should run away because you're at least saving yourself. If it's a low percentage, you think that somehow she's going to be able to be stopped, then you'd be like, okay, well, I feel extremely bad and I shouldn't leave, but... Anyway, I found a letter in the scrapbook. One of the policemen brought over a folded piece of paper. Oishi opened it while the others watched. He saw girlish handwriting on the paper. He could tell this was written before she invaded the school. Dear Oishi-sama, if you are reading this letter, that means I'm at the final stage. I must have seized the school and held the students as hostages. I am planning to appoint you as a negotiator, so please pretend to be threatened by me and become my contact with the outside. First thing I want to tell you is that my enemy is the Sonozaki family and also the aliens. Oh, the aliens! Who are pretending to be parasites that control the Sonozaki family.
宇宙人
Aliens! I didn't think you'd believe me if I brought up the aliens, so I didn't tell you about them until now. But when you read these scrapbooks, you will understand. The aliens came to Earth in UFOs in ancient times. They landed in Onigafuji Swamp. They used this village as their breeding grounds. And through that selective breeding, they widened their domain. They were successful, and now they're trying to invade the Earth.
なんだこりゃ。
What the heck is this? All the other policemen frowned at the letter.
いやいや驚きませんよ
No, it's not surprising.
高野の他のスクラップ帳も読みましたがこれに負けじを取らずの親切揃いです
I read Takano's other scrapbooks, and they were full of even stranger stories.
個人的にはオッシーが面白かったな
Personally, I like the one about Osi the best. I don't know what that is. The Sonozaki family, as well as all the village authorities, have been brainwashed by the aliens. Villagers' attempts to revive the cult of Oshiro-sama were actually part of the alien strategy to invade the Earth. The aliens are very clever. They don't let people realize they're being controlled. The Irie Clinic must be their secret research center. Please conduct an investigation and expose their secret. Also, please check out the bottom of the swamp. The UFO must be still there. Also, capture all the relatives of the three families and take x-rays of their brains. Also, I'm a little hungry. If you could get me an ice cream sandwich, that would be nice too. You'll find hideous parasites inside of them. But please be careful. The aliens eliminate whoever finds out about them by replacing their host with a lookalike. That's how they have been controlling the village. Therefore, there may be already some aliens among the villagers. It is possible that they will try to interfere with your investigation. As a matter of fact, there have been lookalikes of Mio Takano, Rika Furude, and me, Rina Ryugu. If you see any of these three, capture them immediately. That will be the proof of aliens existing among us.
高野美代
Mio Takano?
どうしてでしょうね。
Why did she think that?
ああ、あれだ
I know.
俺さ彼女との電話で岐阜県警さんの検視で一日ズレがあったかもしれないですよって言っちゃったことがあったんですよ
I told her over the phone that according to the result of the autopsy conducted by the lab over in Gifu Prefecture, the day of her death doesn't match up.
ああ、検視結果のミスの話ですか。
Ah, are you talking about the mistake on her autopsy results?
それで私祭りの日には死んでたはずなのにどうしていたのかななんてことを言っちゃったんです
I told her I didn't know why Mio Takano was witness on the day of the festival when she died the night before.
それをこういう風に解釈するとはな
I never thought she'd take it like this.
ふざけ半分で脅しすぎたかな
Maybe I joked around a little too much.
自分の名前が含まれてるのも奇妙ですね。
It's interesting that she included herself.
鏡に映ったのでも見間違えたとか。
Did she look in a mirror or something? One of the policemen spoke up. He was one of the pair who searched the garbage dump that night.
これは俺、わかるわ。
I can understand that.
ほら、竜宮レナを探し回った場、ゴグナで目撃されたって話があったでしょ。
Remember? The night we looked for Rina Ryugu, somebody said she was seen in Gogura.
あれだよ。
That must be it.
あれは多分、村人の誰かが流したデマなんだよ。
It was probably a bluff from the villagers.
で、それを本人がどこかで聞いて、自分がもう一人いるように錯覚した。
And she must have heard it somewhere and assumed there was another version of her walking around.
くそったり
Damn.
ノストラダムスだっけ
Nostradamus, was it? More like Nostradumbass, am I right?
あれの大予言と同じですね
This is just like that.
何が起こっても予言に含まれるように解釈しちまう
No matter what happens to her, everything sounds like it was predetermined.
今の竜宮レナは箸が転んだって宇宙人の仕業だって言い出すぞ
Rina Ryuga would blame aliens if she was to trip and fall down now.
あるいはいずれ捕まることを予見して精神鑑定で有利になる資料を先に用意したとか。
Or maybe she's coming up with all this crazy stuff so that once she's caught, she can use the insanity defense in court.
そんなことあの子は考えてないよ。
Shades of, what's that game I was playing just a little while ago? Dr. Decker? Infectious Madness? What was it called? I don't fucking know. Person with insanity plea, basically. No, this isn't about that.
あの子は本気で信じてる。
She really does believe in this crazy stuff.
いや、本気の本気で。
She does from the bottom of her heart.
コロッと生かされた私だからわかるんです。
I know that for sure.
彼女は本気で信じてるんだ。このインチキスクラップ帳を。
She truly believes in these stupid scrapbooks.
あ、まだ1枚あるっすよ。
Ah, there's another letter.
何々？
Let's see. P.S. I was poisoned yesterday with the same stuff that killed Tomatake-san. I've been scratching my throat since then. I will probably have clawed my throat open by tomorrow. If you can find the antidote when you investigate the Erie clinic, please bring it to me.
これは使えるな。
This sure is something.
ですね。
Yeah.
本気で宇宙人の話を真に受けてるなら、解毒剤だと言えばうまく騙せるかも。
If she believes in alien stories, maybe we can trick her with an antidote. But you may not find the antidote, or maybe it'll be too late by the time you do. Therefore, considering the time I have left, I will set 7 p.m. tonight as the deadline. If an investigation doesn't take place and the antidote doesn't arrive by 7 p.m., I will choose to die with all the hostages by lighting the gasoline instead. Oh no.
19時
7 p.m.?
今何時だ
What time is it now?
18時前です。
It's a little before 6. Days are long nowadays. It doesn't get dark even in the evenings. It'll probably start to get dark around 7 p.m.
あと1時間か。
We only have an hour.
いや、1時間を待たずに火遊びで大爆発するかも。
No, it might explode even before that.
くそ
Shit!
どうすりゃいい
What can we do?
何が地球侵略と戦うだ。
What the heck is she talking about? An alien invasion?
それに人質を巻き込むなんてめちゃくちゃだ。
And she's trying to take the hostages with her. That's just crazy.
めちゃくちゃなんです。
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy.
今の彼女にはまともな交渉なんか通用しない。
We can't negotiate with her normally now.
しかも本人は冷静だと思ってる分だけ立ちが悪い。
Especially when she thinks she's absolutely sane.
おいさん、それより次の文章。
Oishi-san, look what comes next.
何
Nani? I'm planning to spread gasoline throughout the classroom. I'm sure you realize how dangerous that is. If anyone suggests storming into the room, please tell them exactly how bad an idea that would be. Also, the hostages are anchored down with the U-shaped bike locks. Even if those alien policemen rushed in and killed me, they'd have to cut each lock. But if you tried cutting them, you might create sparks. Therefore, you need to completely ventilate the room first. In other words, it'll take an extremely long time to rescue all the hostages from the classroom. Actually, I have a different explosive system set up other than the gasoline I spread. It's a very simple time bomb using gasoline and a kitchen timer. Kitchen timer provides electricity at a set time. I ripped the tip off its plug, so it'll create enough sparks to ignite the gasoline. Holy shit, she really is not messing around here. I've already set the timer to 7 p.m. Even if I'm not around, there'll be an explosion at that time. If the classroom isn't ventilated by that time, it'll explode too. I'm sorry to ask you like this, Oishi-san, but please help me so we can avoid a tragedy. Please let the three families know that Mion Sonozaki, the successor to the head of the Sonozaki family, and Rika Furude, a mascot for the cult of Oishiro-sama, are in this classroom. If anyone from the three families helps you, I'm sure their conspiracy will be exposed by tonight. The alien invasion is going to happen very soon. Please get going quickly. To my ally, Oishi-san. Rina Ryugu. Smash! Oishi threw the scrapbooks to the ground.
くそったり
Damn it!
何が味方だ
How can she call me her ally? I feel like there's a small part that Oishi is kind of pissed that, like, he's being dragged into this because obviously he knows that he was a part of festering these feelings inside of Rina. And now when he's reading this and she's very on board with him, I have a feeling that he's kind of like, fuck. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
キッチンタイマーって目覚まし時計みたいなもんですか？
Is a kitchen timer like an alarm clock?
ああ、昔の炊飯器とかにはタイマーがついてないものも多かったんですよ。
Old appliances didn't have timers.
それでね、コンセント穴のついたキッチンタイマーって名前の目覚まし時計がありましてね。
A kitchen timer is a device that turns on appliances at a given time.
そのコンセントに炊飯器を挿しておけば、仕掛けた時刻に自動的に電源が供給されて、指定時刻に炊飯器が電源オンにできるって代物です。
When you plug it in, it provides electricity at a set time so the appliance will come on when you want it to.
へえ、そりゃ便利そうですね。
Wow, that's convenient.
確かにそれを流用すれば、次元発火装置なんて簡単にでっち上げられる。
It's possible to use that to make a time bomb.
キッチンタイマーってあたりが女の子っぽくてなんだか複雑だな。
Using a kitchen timer. That sure is something a girl would come up with. Wow. Oh, is she slightly sexist right there? It's so realistic that a woman would come up with a kitchen timer bomb. Get back in the kitchen, am I right? Stop with the hostages. Go make me a sandwich.
電力会社に頼んで電力を落とすとかはどうすかね？
Why don't we call the electric company and turn the electricity off?
コード式なら電力がなければ無力化できます。
If there's no power, the timer can't go off.
ああ、でもダメか。
But that won't work.
教室が真っ暗になるのと同時にライターをつけるに決まってますよね。
If the classroom became dark, she'd probably light her lighter.
やっぱり解毒剤の線をついて指向性の睡眠薬でも与えますか。
Maybe we can give her a sleeping pill as an antidote.
指向性ですよ。
But it would have to take effect slowly.
多分自身に使う前に人質に試すはずです。
I'm sure she'll have the hostage try it first.
注意してください。
Be very careful.
了解です。
Understood?
手配します。
I'll get one ready.
あと前原さんともう一度話したいな。
I need to talk to Maibara-san one more time.
竜宮レナが間違ってライターをいじらないようにうまくなだめてもらわないと。
I have to tell him not to let Rina Ryugu play with the lighter.
あと盗聴器もオフにさせないといけません。
I also have to tell him to turn the bug off.
盗聴器はどう？
How about that, by the way?
面白いことは拾いましたか？
Have you heard anything interesting?
犯人が人質に危害を加えている模様です。
The suspect seems to be abusing a hostage. Uh-oh.
なんてこった。
Shit.
どうも、園崎美音に対してのようです。
I think it's Mion Sonozaki. Uh-oh. No, don't show me the abuse. Oh.
やめろ、レナ！
Stop it, Rina. Rina kept hitting Mion, who had her hands tied behind her back. Rina wasn't using her fists, but instead the handle of her hatchet.
圭一君はそこの壁から動かない約束だよ。
Ketchikun, you promised me you wouldn't move.
動いたらレナも怒るんだからね。
If you do, I'll be angry. Rina's gaze intimidated me. Her eyes were full of madness. I could feel Rina's emotions boiling over on the inside. If I opposed her, she would easily cut Mion's arm off.
とにかく私が許せなかったことはみーちゃんが死体を掘り出して警察に売ったことだよ。
What I can't forgive is that you dug up the corpses and turned them into the police.
信じてたのに。
I trusted you.
信じてたのに。
I trusted you! Rina hit Mion's face over and over. It wasn't just Mion's hands that were tied behind her. Her neck was also tied to a window frame with a bike lock. So there was no way that Mion could protect her face. I didn't know if her forehead was cut or if her nose was bleeding, but her face was covered in blood. Her blood got on the handle of the hatchet, and every time she got hit with it, more blood was smeared on her face. My girl Mion. I feel so bad. The handle of the hatchet could easily smash her forehead. Because of her position in the Sonozaki family, Mion couldn't say that she hid the bodies, so all she could do was endure. However, Rina continued to attack her. Rina no longer had any restraint. She might even continue until Mion's front teeth were broken.
やめるんだレナ。
Stop it, Rina!
ミオン、もういいだろ。
Haven't you done enough?
俺が話す。本当のことを話すから。レナ、ミオンを殴るのをやめるんだ。
I'll tell you the truth, so Rina, please stop hitting her.
本当のこと
The truth?
って何？
What is it?
ケイチ君。
Kechi-kun?
ダメだよ、ケイちゃん。
No. You can't, Kei-chan.
クラスのみんな、
Everyone!
今から言う話は頼む。聞かないでくれ。
Please don't listen to what I'm about to say.
少し物騒な話をするかもしれないが、悪いことの話じゃないんだ。
I may say some disturbing stuff, but it isn't anything wrong.
だから聞かないでくれ。耳に入っても忘れてくれ。
So please don't listen. Even if you hear it, forget that you did. You know my nosy ass. If I was being restrained and held hostage in this classroom even as a kid, my ears would be fully open, ready to receive the tea. I don't care what I'm about to hear. This might be the last few sentences I hear before I die. Especially if you precede it with, hey, what I'm about to say might be pretty disturbing, but it's the truth. Everyone don't listen to it. I'd be like, I'd pull out my little detective spy noise amplifier, listen even deeper.
頼む。
Please!
どういう話だろう？
What are you going to tell me?
聞かせてくれるかな、ケイチ君。
Go on, Kechi-kun.
難しい話じゃないんだ。
It's not a complicated story.
あれはお前のためだったんだよ。
That was for your sake.
あの埋めた場所が今年の夏に営林署が伐採で立ち入ることになってたのを後日に知ったんだ。
We found out afterwards that the place you buried the bodies was going to be clear cut this summer.
だからあのままじゃまずいと思って、ミオンがもっと別の安全な場所に隠してくれたんだよ。
So we thought we had to do something about it, and Mion hid them in a safer place.
その話はあの晩に聞いてるよ。
You told me that same story the other night.
そしてそんなのはみーちゃんの作った嘘だとも言わなかったっけ？
Didn't I tell you that was something Mi-chan made up?
なんで嘘なんかつかなきゃならないんだ。
Why would she lie?
仲間を助けるのは当然じゃないか。
She wanted to help her friend.
だからミオンがお前を助けるためにやってくれたんだよ。
Mion did it to help you.
嘘だよ、嘘だよ、信じないよ。
That's a lie. I won't believe it.
ならなんでそんなことを私に相談せずにこっそりとやったの？
Why did you do that without talking to me then? Why did Mion ever or even have to tell her? Mion was trying to be delicate. Mion did her best trying to hide what Rina did. Mion knew Rina was at her wit's end and that she was shy. I just combined why she into shy. And that was why she did it in a secret. But Rina didn't want to believe her.
違うよ、ケイチ君。
That's not so, Kechi-kun.
ケイチ君まで騙すなんて本当にみーちゃんは卑劣だね。
How contemptible of you, Mi-chan, to even deceive him.
部活で騙すのは許せるけど仲間であるケイチ君を騙すなんて許せない。
I won't say anything about your tricks during the club activities, but this, I can't forgive you. Uh-oh. I think we need a very short Mion death counter timer on the clock. I feel as if her time is short.
許せない、許せない、許せない。
I can't forgive you. I can't forgive you. I can't forgive you.
やめろ。
Stop it.
ミオンを殴るな。
Don't hit Mion.
ミオンは悪くない。
Mion didn't do anything. I never knew having your hands tied behind your back was that scary. Mion got hit repeatedly with the handle of the hatchet. She could only endure. She couldn't even protect herself with her hands.
ねえ、そうなのみーちゃん。
Hey, is it true, Mi-chan?
そうならなんでそうだって私に話してくれなかったの？
If so, why didn't you tell me?
ミオンに話せない理由は想像つくだろう。
Can't you understand Mion's position?
その崎家のいろいろ都合があるんだよ。
She has to follow certain rules as a member of the Sodazaki family.
それより気を使ってくれたことをお前が感謝すべきじゃないか。
Shouldn't you be grateful for what she's done for you? I may have said it too aggressively. Rina turned around and glared at me.
そうだよケイチ君。
That's right, Ketchikan.
園崎家の都合でみーちゃんは私を警察に売った。
Mi-chan sold me out to the police because of the circumstances surrounding the Sonozaki family.
仲間の私を売った。
She sold out her friend.
仲間なのに、友達なのに、仲良しだったのに。
I was her friend. I really liked her.
ひどいよみーちゃん。
That was mean, Mi-chan.
本当に大好きな一番のお友達だったのに、どうして？
I really did like you so much. Why?
ひどいよ。
How could...
ひどいよ。
How could you? This was senseless. Rina cried as if being bullied, but she was the one doing the bullying. Normally, this would be so odd as to be impossible. But I'd seen the scene before. I liked you. I trusted you. As I cried, I beat her to death. Rina repeatedly begged me to trust her, yet I beat her. I know what it's like to be the one doing the beating. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. Stop, Rina. Don't you realize what you're doing? You're hurting your friend with your own hands. I understand what you're feeling. I know you're sad because because your friend betrayed you, right? But that's a misunderstanding. We didn't betray you. We've been thinking about you all this time. But she just couldn't see that. Even if she died, Rina probably wouldn't realize she'd made a terrible mistake. But someday you'll realize. Even an insensitive guy like me realized, so Rina would realize it for sure. And that's when you'll feel even sadder, Rina. You will remember this bloody Mion one day. Then you'll realize that you were the one who made her bloody, and you'll regret that you did. But I was the only one who could understand that, because I remembered. There was no way for Rina to understand or realize that. I wondered if I was suffering the most of all. There was no way to avoid a tragedy. This was exactly the same tragedy with different actors. The main character was Rina instead of me, but it was the same thing. Where was I? I was in the audience now. I knew how the story ended, but I couldn't come onto the stage.
やめろレナ
Stop! Rina!
やめてくれやめてくれ
Stop! Stop!
泣いてるの？
Are you crying?
どうしたのケイチ君。
What's wrong, Ketchikan? I stood up slowly and walked towards Rina. Just like what Rina did for me before, with my arms open.
頼むからやめてくれ
Please
や
stop.
めるんだレナ
Stop this, Rina.
今はどうしてかわからないかもしれない
You may not know why now.
なぜやめなければならないのかわからないのかもしれない
You may not know why you have to stop now.
でもやめないと絶対に後悔する日が来るから
But if you don't, you will regret it someday.
だからやめるんだ
So please, stop.
ケイチ君、
Ketchikan,
壁に戻らないとレナは怒るよ。
I'll be mad if you don't move back to the wall. Oh. Reina's eyes went cold, and she lifted the hatchet in her right hand.
やめなケイちゃん。私は大丈夫だから。
Don't, Ki-chan. I'm... okay. Mion told me, but with such a bloody face, how could she be?
レナはその中で俺を叩くのか
Are you going to hit me with that hatchet?
それ以上近づけばね。
If you come any closer,
叩くよ。
I will,
遠慮なくね。
without hesitation.
もうケイチ君なんかいなくても最後までいけるんだよ。
I don't need you anymore, Ketchikan,
でも私はケイチ君と最後まで一緒にいたい。
but I want to be with you until the end.
だから私を怒らせないで。
So please don't make me mad, okay?
ね。
Okay? She sounded gentle, but her expression was telling me there really would be no hesitation. Rena would crack my head open with the hatchet immediately. But who cares?
レナはもし立場が逆だったら
If you were in my shoes,
命を惜しむと思うか
what do you think you would do?
当然だよ。
That smirk. Of course, I don't want to die, so I wouldn't oppose my opponent.
相手が凶器を持ってたら怖いから逆らわないね。
If they had a weapon, I'd be scared.
嘘だな
That's a lie. I know. I know you're strong enough to give up your own life for the sake of your friend. It's my turn now. My turn to be strong.
俺もレナと同じだぜ
I'm just like you.
仲間のためなら命なんて惜しくない
I won't hesitate to give up my own life for my friends.
レナが欲しいってなら俺の命だってくれてやる
If you want, I'll give that life to you.
だからやめるんだ
So stop this.
仲間を信じてるなら仲間を傷つけるのをやめるんだ
If you trust your friend, stop hurting her.
その痛みは必ずレナを襲うからだからやめるんだ
The same pain will attack you later, so stop.
誰もレナを脅かしたりなんかしてない
Nobody is trying to scare you.
みんながレナのためを思ってる
We are all thinking about you.
それを疑うな
Don't doubt that.
頼むから信じてくれ
Please believe it.
俺を信じろ
Trust me.
俺の頭を砕けば信じられるってんならそのナタを撃ち下ろせばいい
If you can come to trust me by smashing my head in, go ahead and crush my head with that hatchet.
俺は防がねえからな
I won't try to protect myself.
近寄るな。
Don't come any closer.
それ以上近づけばライターを点火するよ。
If you do, I'll light this place up. Rena lifted the lighter overhead. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, put it down, put it down. You fool!
てめえいつまで夢を見てんだ
How long are you going to dream about such crazy things?
自分でも分かってんだろ
You already know that yourself, don't you?
悪い夢だって
That it's all just a bad dream?
誰かに覚ましてほしいって
You want somebody to wake you up?
だから俺が来た
I'm here.
俺が覚ましに来たんだ
I'm here to wake you up from your nightmares.
覚ますのはケイイチ君の方だよ。
You're the one who has to wake up, Ketchi-kun.
この村が奴らに侵略されていることがまだ信じられないの？
Can't you believe that those aliens are trying to invade the village?
あの時はちゃんと信じてくれたのに
You believed me back then.
また疑うの？
Are you doubting me again?
また私を信じないの？
Can't you trust me? Rena opened the lid of the lighter. I could tell her thumb was about to light it. Oh, they're just gonna go, just a massive explosion. Oh! Rena was prepared to die along with everyone else. Rena would die without knowing the truth. She would die believing it was the world that was crazy. She would die cursing everything in this world. That was the storyline of this tragedy, wasn't it? This was a theater from hell. What an interesting script. Who wrote it? A devil? Shit. I won't let this happen. Don't underestimate Kechi Maibara, the original main character. Yeah! He'll be damned if someone takes the main character status away from him. Don't think the same storyline will work again. I'll be taking over the script this time, and I'm going to destroy it. I won't let this bad ending take place. I'm going to destroy their expectations.
信じてねえのはレナの方だろうが
You're the one who doesn't trust me, Rena.
今は俺を信じろ黙って俺を信じやがれ
Just trust me. Shut up and trust me.
それは絶対にレナのためになる
This is all for your own sake.
前回の惨劇の主人公がそうだと言ってるんだよ
As a main character of the previous tragedy, I am telling you this.
先代主人公の言うことをおとなしく聞きやがれ
You just shut up and listen to me.
何を言ってるのかさっぱりだよケイイチ君。
What are you talking about, Kichi-kun?
黙って俺を信じろ。
Shut up and trust you?
信じてないのはケイイチ君の方だよ。
You're the one who doesn't trust me, Kichi-kun.
どうして私を信じてくれないの？
Why don't you believe me?
やかましい
Shut up!
俺はお前が間違ってることを知ってるんだよ
I know you're wrong.
お前の末路を知っていて お前がする未来の後悔を全部知ってるんだよ。
I know how you'll end up, so I know you're going to regret it in the future.
仲間を自らの手で殺し、それがどれほど罪深いことかに気づきもせずに生を終える。
I don't want you to finish your life without realizing what you've done.
それがどんなに悲しいことかお前には分からないんだよ。
You just don't know how sad that is yet.
全然何を言ってるのかわからない。
I have no idea what you're talking about.
大丈夫なの圭一君。
Are you okay, Kechi-kun?
ああ、そうだな。
Yeah, I bet.
何を言ってるかレナには分からないだろうな。
I bet you have no idea what I'm talking about.
でも話してやる。
I'll tell you.
ある大バカ野郎の話を聞かせてやる。
I'll tell you the story of a pathetic guy.
あるところに前原圭一っていう大バカがいたんだ。
Once upon a time, there was a pathetic guy named Kechi Maibara.
そいつはみんなと楽しく過ごす気に何の不満もなかったのに、ある日を境にほんの少し仲間を疑っちまうんだ。
He had no complaints about his life, and he spent every day having fun with his friends. But one day, he started to doubt them.
そして何もかもが疑わしく感じるようになってきて。
After a while, he started to doubt everything. He didn't notice how worried his friends were, and he hurt them repeatedly. How sorrowful. They trusted each other, but they couldn't let each other know. Could you believe something as stupid as that actually happened?
そして俺はお前とミオンを
Then,
金属バットで殴り殺しちまうんだ。
I beat you and Mion.
なのにお前は最後の瞬間まで私を信じてって言って
With a metal bat. To the point of death.
俺に殴り殺される最後の瞬間まで頭をかばわなかった。
But you begged me to trust you. Until your final moments.
かばおうとしなかった。
You didn't even try to protect your head.
最後まで俺を信じて両手を差し出したままだったんだ。
You trusted me until your final moments, reaching your hands out to me.
それがどれだけすげえことか俺は気づきもせずお前を殴り殺してしまったんだよ。
I didn't realize what you were doing and beat you to death anyway.
それがどれだけ罪深いことかお前には想像なんかつかないだろうな。
Do you know how sinful that was? I bet you have no idea.
だから俺は俺の罪を滅ぼすためにレナを止めるんだ。
That's why. I have to make up for what I've done. I'm going to stop you, Rina.
それ以上近寄ると本当にライターを。
If you come any closer, I'll light the lighter.
レナが命を懸けて俺を救おうとしてくれたように今度は俺がレナを救う。
Just as you tried to save me with your life, I'm going to save you, Rina.
俺はレナがどんなに立派な最後を遂げたか今でも覚えてるぜ。
I still remember how magnificent you were when you died.
あの瞳には自分が殺されるかもしれないなんて怯えはわずかもなかった。
You weren't even afraid of it. These words will reach him, she thought. These next words will make Kechi-kun realize.
俺を信じろレナ。
Trust me, Rina! That was when Rina hit my head with the hatchet. I crumpled down to the floor. She hit me with the handle, but my head was probably cut open. Oof. As the prophecy foretold, I felt the blood on my face.
かわいそうな圭一君。
Poor Kechi-kun.
それは圭一君の意志じゃない。
That's not of your own will.
圭一君の頭に寄生している奴らがコントロールしているだけなの。
The parasites that are living in your brain are controlling you.
今に大石さんが治療する薬を見つけてきてくれるよ。
Oishi-san will find the medicine for it.
そうなったら一番最初に飲ませて治療してあげるからね。
When he comes, I'll let you take the medicine first.
そうしたらもう圭一君は奴らの支配から逃れられる。
Then, you'll be free.
レナの大好きだった圭一君に戻れるんだよ。
You'll return to the Kechi-kun that I loved.
だからもう少し待っててね。辛いだろうけど待っててね。
Just hang in there for a little while longer, okay?
このバカ野郎が。
Damn you! I heard a phone ringing in the teacher's office. Rena listened to the phone ring for a while, then realized it was for her. Rena tried to answer the phone in the classroom, but she couldn't figure out how to transfer the call, so she decided to answer it in the teacher's office instead.
ちょっと職員室に行ってくるね。
I'm going to the office for a bit.
その間に誰も逃げちゃ嫌だよ。
Don't run away, okay?
誰か一人でもいなくなってたらみーちゃんが大変なことになっちゃうんだからね。
If any of you are missing, something terrible happened to Mi-chan, okay? Rena glared at everyone in the classroom, intimidating them, and then left. That was when I heard a honk from the outside. I remembered the signal from earlier. Did Oishi-san want to get in touch with me? I bent down and put the receiver earphone in my ear.
聞こえますか？
Can you hear me?
沖宮署の熊谷と申します。
This is Kumagai, from Okinomiya Station.
聞こえているなら咳払いをしてください。
Please cough if you can hear me.
よかった。
Very good.
今から言うことをよく聞いてください。
Please listen carefully.
犯人が撒いたガソリンは極めて危険なものです。
The gasoline the suspect spread everywhere is very dangerous.
今、教室内には気化したガソリンが充満して巨大な爆弾と同じことになっています。
The classroom is filled with vaporized gasoline right now. It's like a bomb.
ですから、竜宮さんを刺激しないようにし、間違ってもライターをいじらせないでください。
Please don't aggravate Ryugu-san, and don't ever let her play with the lighter.
さっきのような挑発行為は二度と慎むようお願いします。
Please don't provoke her anymore like you just did, okay?
盗聴器って嫌なもんだぜ。
This bug is awful.
気化ガソリンはわずかの火花でも着火する可能性があります。
It's possible for gasoline fumes to ignite at the slightest spark.
ですので、この連絡を最後に盗聴器の電源を切ってください。
Therefore, please turn the bug off after this communication.
これは万が一に備えてのことです。
That's just to be on the safe side.
それから最後に重大な連絡があります。
Also, one last thing.
犯人は次元発火装置を仕掛けていると予告しています。
According to the suspect's note, she has set a time bomb.
次元
A time
なんだって。
bomb?
キッチンタイマーを流用した次元発火装置で火花を起こすだけの単純なものですが、今の教室はそれで十分爆発します。
She used a kitchen timer to make a simple time bomb. The classroom will explode if it goes off.
現在、竜宮レナの要求する解毒剤と偽れる睡眠薬を準備中です。
We're trying to get some sleeping pills ready to give to her as an antidote.
ですが、残された時間が長くありません。
But we don't have much time left.
予告ではタイマーの設定は午後7時。
According to her note, the timer's set for 7 p.m. I looked at the wall clock. It was 6:45. There were only 15 minutes left. Panic starts setting in. I could hear Rena screaming into the phone.
いいえ、時間通りです。
No! The time has already been set!
急いでくださいね、大石さん。
Hurry up, Oishi-san!
1秒たりとも遅れることは許しません。
I won't wait for even a second longer.
聞こえてると思いますが、竜宮レナはタイマーの設定延長には応じないようです。
As you can hear, Rena Rigo is refusing to set the timer.
あと15分で本気で心中するつもりです。
She's going to kill herself in 15 minutes. I remember thinking the same way as Rena. After I killed Rena and Mion, I knew the police would come. I thought someone would solve the mystery after I was dead. That's what Rena was thinking, that she had been planning to kill herself from the beginning.
それで俺にどうしろと？
What do you want me to do?
睡眠薬がもうじき届きます。
The sleeping pills should arrive soon.
だが交渉中に爆発したら元も子もありません。
But if an explosion took place before we could negotiate, there would be no point.
あなたに次元発火装置を見つけ出して解除していただきたいのです。
We want you to find the time bomb and disassemble it.
よく映画で見るような赤と青のコードを切断するやつですか？
You mean cutting red and blue cords like in the movies?
もっと簡単なものでしょう。
It's probably simpler than that.
犯人の予告によるならば、それは台所用のキッチンタイマーです。
According to the suspect, she used a kitchen timer.
電池でなくコンセントに挿して動くタイプの目覚まし時計状のものと思われます。
It's not a battery-operated one. It's one of those ones you plug in. Looks like an alarm clock.
教室内のコンセントに何か刺さっていませんか？
Do you see anything in an outlet in the classroom? There was one outlet in the back and another at the front of the classroom. I checked, but I didn't see anything that was plugged in.
いや、教室内のコンセントには何も刺さっていない。
No, I don't see anything.
よその場所で発火しても確実性は低いでしょう。
If an ignition was taking place somewhere else, it shouldn't work.
間違いなく教室内にあるはずです。
It must be somewhere in the classroom.
いや、多分ないぜ。
No, I don't think so.
廊下からコードが引かれてるのはレナが話してる電話だけだ。
The only cord coming from the hallway is the one for Rena's phone.
そのキッチンタイマーが電池式ってことはないのか？
Is it possible for the kitchen timer to be battery operated?
電源を供給するタイプですので、コード型に違いありません。
It's the type that's powered by electricity.
あるいは他の部屋ということはありませんか？
Could it possibly be in another room?
その教室以外にもガソリンの充満した部屋があるとしたら、そちらの部屋に仕掛けられている可能性があります。
If there was a different room where she spread gasoline, then the timer could be in there.
学校中を調べろってことかよ。
Are you telling me to check the whole school?
あと15分でか？
In 15 minutes?
くそ、俺は負傷中なんだぜ。
Damn, I'm injured here, you know? But if I stayed here, I'd die in 15 minutes. This wasn't a time to be pessimistic. This was probably my last chance to stop this tragedy from taking place. She spread the gasoline where I went out to deliver the scrapbook, while I went out to deliver the scrapbook, so she must have done it in a fairly short time. I really didn't think she had enough time to spread it anywhere else other than the classroom. Then where was the time bomb?
こちらも努力しています。
We're doing everything we can here.
ですから、そちらでもご協力をお願いします。
So please, help us.
以上です。
That's all.
質問がなければこれで更新を終了しますが、何かありますか？
If you don't have any questions, I'll end the communication. Is there anything else?
特にない。
No, not really.
あ、いや、一つある。
Wait, yeah, I do have one thing to say.
何でしょう？
What is it?
大石の親父に言っといてくれ。
Please tell Oishi to go fuck himself. Please tell Oishi
よくも人の古傷をレナに話しやがったなって。
that he should never have told Rena about my past.
もし俺が生きてここを出られたら、ぶん殴ってやるから覚悟しやがれって伝えといてくれ。
If I come out of this alive, I'll punch him. So you better be prepared.
ああ、2発殴るぜ。
Wait, 2 punches.
俺のことをレナに喋った分と、レナのことを俺に喋った分だ。
One for telling Rena about me, and another for telling me about Rena.
了解。
I understand.
大石さんも竜宮レナに踊らされたとだいぶへこんでます。
Oishi-san is disappointed in himself for letting Rena Ryugu fool him.
きっと殴らせてくれますよ。
I'm sure he'll be happy to let you throw a punch or two.
以上でよろしいですか？
Is that it now?
ああ、
Yeah.
このおしゃべりだけで数分食っちまった。
I've already wasted a few minutes here.
切るぜ。
See ya.
ご無事を。
Be safe. Click. Rena was still on the phone. Oishi-san was definitely trying to stall her. From what I could hear, it sounded like he was telling her that they investigated the main Sonozaki residence and found something awful in their secret basement or something like that. Hey, if you went too far, Rena would believe everything again. Mion was going to get hit again for lying.
Keiichi.
Keiichi? Reika-chan and Satoko crawled up to me.
今の俺の無線、聞いてたか？
Did you hear?
トラップは私の先輩特許でしたよ。
Traps are my specialty.
レナさんにお株を奪われるなんて、こんなの死んでも死にきれませんわ。
I can't let Rena-san do this to me. Satoko realized how serious the situation was as well. The lives of the hostages, including her own, were about to be taken. Yet she tried to remain strong.
サトコ、もし死んでもレナを恨まないでくれ。
Satoko, even if you die, please don't hate Rena.
レナは病気なんだ。
Rena is sick.
運悪く悲しい病気にかかっただけなんだ。
She was just unfortunate enough to get this tragic disease.
だってそうだろ。
Remember?
俺たちはあんなにも明るくて楽しい仲間だったレナをよく覚えてるだろ。
We had so much fun together.
サトコ、
Satoko.
僕はレナもみんなも素敵な仲間だと信じていますのですよ。
I still believe both you and Rena are my wonderful friends.
あんなミオンさんにあんな乱暴する人を 仲間なんて認められますの？
How can you still say that she's your friend after what she's done to Mion-san?
聡子だってわかるはずなのです。
But can't you understand, Satoko?
心の中の鬼が暴れ出して、どんなに悲しくても抗えない時があるのを知っているはずなのです。
Once a demon starts to act up inside, no matter how tragic the outcome, you can't just stop it. Satoko quietly hung her head. I didn't understand what Riki-chan was trying to say to Satoko. But, maybe.
レナさんを信じてますわ。
I believe in Rina-san.
偉いぞ、サトコ。
There you go, Satoko. I hugged Satoko's head. Riki-chan's arms were tied, so she couldn't embrace Satoko, but she put her forehead closer to her in praise.
さて、世界最高のトラップ名人に聞くぜ。
Okay then, I'm asking the world's best trap expert.
この部屋を爆破するには、どこに時限発火装置を仕掛ける？
If you were to blow up this room, where would you set a time bomb?
お任せなさいませ。
Count on me.
その装置はコンセントにつながってなければいけませんのね。
The device has to be connected to an outlet, huh?
ああ、そうだ。
Yeah, that's right.
でもこの部屋とは限らないぞ。
But it could be somewhere else other than this room.
他の部屋にもガソリンが撒いてあって、そこに仕掛けてある可能性もある。
It's possible that she spread gasoline all over a different room and set the device there.
いいえ、そんな時間はなかったと思いますです。
No, I don't think she had enough time to do that.
多分レナは教室のすぐ近くに隠してあったガソリンを持ってきて、この部屋に巻くくらいだったのですよ。
She had gasoline hidden close by and only spread it here. That was about all the time she had.
そういやレナは、昨べ俺と別れるとき、明日の準備があるって言ってた気がするぜ。
I remember now. Raina told me last night that she had to prepare something for today.
ってことは、何かの仕掛けを昨べのうちにしてあった可能性もあるな。
That means she had things ready since then, at least.
それだけのヒントで私はここに芋虫状態。
Those are all the hints I get, eh?
なかなかに意地悪な難易度の爆弾探しゲームでございますわね。
What a cruel minesweeping game.
サトコなら見つけられる。
You can find it, Satoko.
サトコに見つけられないなら、俺にも無理だろうな。
If you can't, there's no way I can.
だから俺はサトコを信じて、全部をかけるぜ。
I'm wagering all my trust in you.
サトコならできます。
You can do it, Satoko.
レナを救うためにも見つけ出してほしいのです。
In order to save Rina, please find it.
仕方ありませんわね。
In that case, very well.
本気の私の前にはレナさんのトラップなんて問題にもならないことを証明して差し上げてみせましたよ。
I shall prove that Rina-san's trap is child's play compared to one of my own.
さあ、もう一度聞くぜ。
I'm going to ask you one more time.
この部屋を爆発させるなら、次元発火装置をどこに仕掛ける？
If you were to blow up this room, where would you set a time bomb? Satoko grinned and then closed her eyes to concentrate. Ugh. Focus. Where would I put a bomb?
なんですかあんたたちは。
Who are you people?
どきたまえ。
Move over.
ここの責任者は誰だね。
Who's in charge here? Several cars had arrived, producing several men. They weren't from the Okinomiya station. One of the men was wearing a suit, despite the hot weather. He approached me, pushing Kumagai aside.
おや、これはこれは。
Hey, look who's here.
お久しぶりですね。県警本部の大高くんじゃありませんか。
Good to see you again, Utaka-kun, from the prefectural headquarters.
言葉を慎みたまえ。
Watch your mouth. Do I think they'll succeed? If by they you mean the kids, or just the group opposing the place from blowing up, I'm gonna say no. I think we get a tragic ending here. Ultimately. Maybe, poetically, I think like a tragic ending right after Rina finally does succumb to being talked down from it. But like, she accidentally lights the lighter somehow. Like, something along those lines. Like, oh, she's like, fine. Something convinces her somehow. And then the place blows up. He says, watch your mouth.
もう君に君と呼ばれる階級ではない。
I'm ranked much higher than you now, so don't address me so casually.
何かご用ですかね、大高くん。
Or, I guess it wouldn't even have to be the lighter, right? It could just be the timer. If they don't succeed in turning off the time bomb thing, basically. But maybe she still is like, oh no. I regret what I've done. Can I help you with something, Utaka-kun?
今非常に立て込んでいます。
I'm rather busy at the moment.
まさか県警がこの現場を乗っ取ろうつもりで？
You can't possibly be thinking about taking over this case.
誰の了解で？
Who approved that, exactly?
私が許可した、大石君。
I did, Oishi-kun.
所長。
Chief!
高杉君から事情は聞いている。
Takasugi-kun has informed me of the situation.
君がまいた種だという話も聞いているぞ。
He also told me that you started all this.
君はもう下がって、あとは機動隊に任せるんだ。
You can go now, the troops will take over.
機動隊って。大高君、あんたまさか吸収する気ですか？
The troops? Utaka-kun, you aren't going to storm the building, are you?
危険は重々承知だ。
I understand the risk.
だがもう爆発まで時間がない。
But we don't have any time left before the bomb goes off.
君が時間を浪費しすぎたのだ。
You've taken too long.
その尻拭いを我々がしようというんだ。
We're here to take care of the mess you left behind.
君らは引き継いで後方に下がりたまえ。
Just step back for a minute. I couldn't talk back if both the chief and a guy from the prefectural headquarters gave me an order.
おいさん、何者っすかあいつは。
Oishi-san, who the heck is he?
大高君。
That's Utaka-kun.
昔、麻雀がくっそ弱いくせに生きがってたから、ちょいと叩き潰してやったことがありましてね。
A long time ago, he was showing off even though he was bad at mahjong, so I taught him a lesson.
それともあれかな、剣道大会で偉そうにしてやがったから、面食らわして失神させたのを根に持ってるのかな。
Or maybe he's still holding a grudge from when I knocked him unconscious in that kendo tournament. Obviously, we didn't get along.
大石君、現在の最新の状況を説明したまえ。
Give me the latest update, Oishi-kun.
あんた、本気で突入する気で？
Are you serious about storming the school?
こっちはもうすぐ睡眠薬で穏便に決着がつけられそうなんだ。
We were about to settle this thing peacefully with some sleeping pills.
それをひっくり返す機会。
What are you trying to accomplish here?
もう遅すぎる。
It's too late for that.
あと1時間あったらその手も検討できたな。
If we had another hour, that would be possible.
突入は府警の専門部隊が担当する。
Instead, a special unit from the prefectural police department will move in.
君はバックアップに回りたまえ。
Your unit will be their backup.
所長。
Sorry, I'm trying to drink water in between this. Chief.
あんた分かってますよね。
You know what's going on, don't you?
あの教室は今や巨大な爆弾なんです。
That classroom itself has turned to a huge bomb.
だが一番恐ろしい爆弾は教室じゃない。
But even the classroom isn't the bomb we're scared of.
犯人のリュウグウレナ本人なんです。
It's the suspect, Rina Ryugu.
我々はようやくそれをなだめ、穏便に解決する手順を踏み、それを実行しようとしています。
We finally calmed her down and found a way to settle this peacefully, and we are about to start the operation.
時間は確かにもう10分もない。
I know we only have about 10 minutes,
でも必ず成功させてみせます。
but I'll make sure this works.
交渉は私が自らやります。
I'll continue negotiating.
ダメなら私が粉々に吹っ飛んでおしまいです。
If it doesn't work, I'll be blown up.
首相たちは離れてそれを見てざまあみると思ってればいい。
Then you can sit back and say I told you so, okay?
大石君、
Oishi-kun.
府警の専門部隊はただの機動隊じゃないぞ。
The special unit from the prefectural police department isn't just any old unit.
第二機動隊といえば、君ほどの男なら噂くらい聞いてるだろう。
You've heard about the second company, haven't you?
なんすか、大石さん。
What's that, Oishi-san?
第二機動隊って有名なんですか？
Is this second company that well known?
5年くらい前だっけ。空港の飛行機に犯人が立てこもった事件があったでしょう。
Do you remember about 5 years ago when the JRA hijacked that airplane? Flight 472?
あれをきっかけに東京と大阪にハイジャック専門の特殊部隊が組織されたって噂は聞いてましたがね。
I've heard that special counter-terrorist units were put together in Tokyo and Osaka after that incident.
実在してましたか。
So, they really do exist.
でも、なんだって不敬の機動隊がこんなところに。
But why would a special unit from Osaka be here? Otaka smiled proudly.
たまたま県警機動隊との交流訓練があってね。
We just happen to be holding a training session with your prefectural police unit.
特別に応援を要請したのだよ。
We requested their help.
相変わらずですね。
No, you haven't changed, have you?
話をすぐ派手にしたがるその癖は。
You have a bad tendency to escalate matters quickly. The company members exited the vehicles one after another and took a position. They didn't move like policemen.
大高君、
Otaka-kun,
あんた学校で銃撃戦をやる気かい？
are you really going to have a gunfight here?
一発で大爆発を起こすぞ。
One shot is all it'll take to trigger an explosion.
安心したまえ。
Don't worry,
突入犯が使うのは火器じゃない。
they won't use firearms.
ボート鎮圧用のガス銃だ。
They're using riot shields and riot guns.
高圧ガスで催涙ガスを噴出する。
These guns send out tear gas at high pressures.
何の問題もない。
There'll be no issue with explosions.
へえ、そりゃあ便利な水鉄砲があったもんで。
Wow, I've never heard of such convenient water guns.
ところでそのおもちゃは校庭を横断して教室まで届くほど便利なものなんで。
By the way, can that toy reach the classroom from across the schoolyard?
それは君が心配することではない。
You don't need to worry about that.
あとは我々に任せて下がりたまえ。
You just move over and let us do our job. As I lifted my arms exaggeratedly, one elbow accidentally touched the car horn, which honked. Of course, I did it on purpose.
今のは前原圭一を呼び出すサインですか？
Are you trying to get Ketchumaiba's attention?
ねえ、そうです。
Of course!
前原君が気づいてくれるのに祈るしかない。
I just hope he heard it.
今さら彼に何を？
What are you going to tell him now?
連中は多分グレネードか何かでガラスをぶち抜いてガス弾を教室に撃ち込んでその隙に突入しようってつもりでしょう。
They're probably thinking about breaking one of the windows with a grenade and then shooting tear gas into the room.
連中はリュウグウレナを甘く見てる。
They have no idea how serious Rina Ryugu is.
彼女は本気だ。
Deadly serious.
ガラスの割れる音でもライターをためらわず点火する。
Even the noise of a window breaking could drive her over the edge.
特殊部隊には制圧できないってことですか？
Are you saying a special unit can't suppress her?
できないに決まってるだろう。
Of course not!
だから今まで慎重にやってきたんじゃないの。
That's why we've been so careful.
リュウグウレナは初めから死ぬつもりなんだよ。
Rina Ryugu has been intending to kill herself this whole time.
命が惜しくない奴に突入なんて意味がないんだよ。
The raid doesn't work on people who don't care about dying.
前原さんしかいない。
We only have Maibara-san now.
おいさん、
Oishi-san,
つながりました。
here he is.
もしもし、大石です。
Hello, this is Oishi.
聞こえてたら咳払いお願いします。
If you can hear me, please cough.
緊急の話があります。
This is an emergency.
聞いてください。
Please listen.
どうせ悪い話だろ。
I have a feeling it's not good news.
悔しいですが、ビンゴです。
Unfortunately, you're right.
県警が介入してきて、お膳立てをひっくり返すつもりです。
The prefectural police are getting involved. They're going to ruin everything we worked for so far.
特殊部隊が校舎に突入しようとしています。
There's a special unit about to break in.
おいおい、護身用スプレーでひるませてもその1秒で点火されちまうってんで、俺はずっと抑えてきたんだぜ。
Hey, the only reason I haven't used my pepper spray is because that won't stop her from igniting the gas.
突入なんてそんなの無理に決まってるだろ。
A raid won't work.
県警はリュウグウさんがすでに死ぬ気であることを理解していません。
The prefectural police don't understand that Ryu-san is prepared to die.
ライターは脅しで点火するわけないと鷹をくくっています。
They're assuming the lighter is just a threat, that she isn't really going to ignite the gas.
多分 5分以内に突入するでしょう。
They'll break in within 5 minutes or so.
突入する前になんとか竜宮レナからライターを奪ってください。
Please take the lighter from Rina Ryugu before they move in.
それは次元発火装置を何とかしろというオーダーに追加で。
Is that in addition to your order to do something about the time bomb?
ねえ、そうです。
Yes, that's right.
マジかよ。
You've got to be kidding me.
あと5分でレナからライターを奪って次元発火装置もどうにか。
You want me to take the lighter from Rina and do something about the time bomb too, all within 5 minutes.
やってくれるぜ。
Come on.
あなただけが頼りなんです。
You're the only one we can count on.
頼みます。
I'm begging you.
どうですか、サトコ。
How is it, Satoko?
思いつきますですか？
Can you think of something?
1階の廊下だけが知りたいんですの。
I just have to check the hallway on the first floor
そこにあるかないか。
to check whether it is there or not.
レナさんの行動パターンから考えて、1階ならあそこ、2階ならあそこ。
Knowing Rina-san's patterns, if it was on the first floor, it'd be there, and if it was on the second floor, it'd be there.
1階の廊下をコードが横断してないかざっと見ればいいんだな。
I just have to check to see if there's a cord in the hallway on the first floor, right?
多分あるはず。
It should be there.
普段のレナさんなら断言できますけど、今のレナさんはノイズだらけで行動パターンが読み切れませんわ。
If Rina-san was in a normal state of mind, I would know for certain, but with her being like this, I really cannot figure out her thought pattern right now.
よし、任せろ。なんとかする。
Okay, I'll do something.
もう悩むにも時間が足りねえよ。
I don't even have time to think about it.
最後の2択は俺が直接探る。
I'll look into those two options myself. I don't want another tragedy. You demons down in hell. I bet you're just waiting for an amusing ending to unfold while eating some popcorn. I won't let that happen. I'm going to change everything. And then, I'm going to make you pick up your popcorn off the floor. I spoke to Rina as she continued on with her story about the aliens.
何？
What is it?
どうしたの、ケイチ君。
What's the matter, Kichi-kun?
いや、今音が聞こえなかったか？
Hey, didn't you hear something just now? Rina went quiet and looked around. Rina had become totally paranoid about everything. Once she became worried, she couldn't ignore it.
本当に？
Really?
ケイチ君。
Are you sure, Kichi-kun?
ああ、
Yeah,
聞き間違いじゃない。
I'm sure I heard something. I knew she wanted to check it herself, but she really couldn't leave the room for something like that. So in that case, she'd have to ask me to check for her. Rina must have been thinking the same thing.
ケイチ君。見てきて。
Kichi-kun, can you go check? Rina gave me an order with a fake smile on her lips.
ああ、わかった。
Yeah. Okay. Rina watched me go out into the hallway. As I did, she spoke to me.
レナを怒らせちゃ嫌だよ。
Don't make me angry, okay?
信用しろ。
Trust me.
俺はレナの仲間だ。
I'm your friend.
うん。信じるよ。
Yeah. I trust you.
信じるから。裏切っちゃ嫌だからね。
I trust you, so don't betray me, okay? After being freed from Rina, I looked for a cord in a hurry. I didn't even have 5 minutes. The office probably had more outlets than anywhere else. I headed for the teacher's office. Shit, where were the outlets? Unlike light switches, outlets couldn't always be found near entrances. Damn it. Why did the clock in the teacher's office have to make such a loud ticking noise?
大丈夫なのですよ。ケイチならきっと見つけてくれますのです。
Don't worry, Ketchy will find it.
レナさんなら、レナさんなら。
Rina-san would. If I were Rina-san.
いつものレナさんより疑り深いレナさんなら、どこにどう仕掛けますの？
If Rina-san was even more mistrusting than usual, where would she set the trap?
この程度がわからなくて、レナさんのトラップで最後なんて、北条聡子一生の恥ですわ。
A trap expert like myself ought to be able to discern that.
なんだこれ。
What's this? I saw a plug inserted in the unit under the principal's desk. I also saw a cord extending under the door to the reception room. There shouldn't have been any reason why a cord had to be extended into that room. The reception room had an outlet of its own. I tiptoed over to the reception room and opened the door. Squeak. The door squeaked as I cracked it open a little. I poked my head inside the reception room. I saw the suspicious cord crossing the room and extending under the door to the hallway. I followed the cord through the reception room. I opened the door to the hallway and the cord was extending into the storage closet. The storage closet was used to hold cleaning chemicals. I could smell them from here. The cord was extending into there. I carefully opened the door and turned the light on. The cord was attached to another extension cord, and there was an alarm clock that didn't belong in there.
見つけた
I found it. The time bomb. So all I'd have to do was unplug the cord. I picked up the alarm clock. It looked like a normal alarm clock. Actually, it was a normal alarm clock. I remembered Kumagai calling it a kitchen timer. He said it was a bit like an alarm clock. But this wasn't a bit like an alarm clock, it was an alarm clock. Wait, didn't alarm clocks use batteries? This alarm clock was a battery-operated one too. I looked at the extension cord, and there was nothing plugged into it. Eh? What was this extension cord for? Why was this extending all the way from the teacher's office?
いけないケイチさん
No! Kechi-san! Run!
サトコ
Oh god. Satoko!
それは違うんですの騙された
That's the wrong place! You've been tricked! Oh, that sucks. A black shadow was covering me. I felt my body freeze. It was so frozen that I felt it was about to crack. I turned around slowly and saw someone holding a hatchet above their head. Oh, this is awkward. I dropped the alarm clock. It made a noise as it hit the ground.
どうしてケイチ君は延長コードをたどって目覚まし時計なんか持ってるのかな
Why did you follow the extension cord? And why did you have the alarm clock in your hands? Why did you... All the cells in my body were frozen. This was Rina's trap. Rina was suspicious of everyone, including me. This whole time, she thought there was someone connected to the people outside. This was a trap to lure that person out. Only the people outside knew about the time bomb. I was told about the whole thing, and so I followed the extension cord and picked up the alarm clock. How stupid of me.
待てレナ
No, see, at this point, if you're Akechi, you just gotta think quick. Make up a story. Just be like, yeah, I was out here, and I saw the extension cord, and I thought it was like some kind of traps that someone else was setting. Just be like, hey, I was trying to do good by us. Don't hit me with the hatchet! Please! Anything. Just make up a story really quickly. Come on, Kechi. Oh, wait, Rina!
ケイチ君のこと信じてたのに
I trust you, Kechigan.
ひどいよケイチ君
How could you? Rina hit me with the backside of the hatchet earlier. It was painful, but it didn't kill me. But this time, she was holding the hatchet the right way. It wouldn't just crack my forehead. It would split my entire head open. Rina lifted the hatchet mercilessly. She moved slowly, as if everything was in slow motion. She looked almost divine. Maybe it really was holy. I was praying, after all. Praying? What was I praying for? I was praying for my life. What? What? Rika! Oh! There's music! Good thing we're in the Rika respect zone. Holy shit, did Rika just body Rina? Rika? My girl? Hell yes. Alright, it was so sudden I couldn't tell what happened. Rika-chan had jumped onto Rina from behind. I didn't know what kind of weapon Rika-chan used, but Rina started moaning. It clearly hurt. That brought me back to reality. I couldn't just watch them. I had to get the lighter from Rina. Wow.
力ずくでなら勝てると思うんじゃね
Don't think you can win with mere force. Rina knew I was after the lighter. She closed her fingers around it tightly. Rika-chan was grabbing onto the arm Rina was holding the hatchet in. I wanted to tell her to run, but thanks to Rika-chan, I could use both of my hands to get at the lighter. The lighter flew out of Rina's hand. It hit the hallway wall and dropped down to the floor. I picked it up. At the same moment I did, Rina managed to shake off Rika-chan. Just a tiny baby child. There's our chance. I turned in Satoko's direction. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Okay, so my choice is, Satoko, are you still there? There's no time. Or, well, Satoko, you should be able to figure it out. What? One choice, hey, Satoko, we're running out of time. And the other option, Satoko, figure it the fuck out. Bam, 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 bam. I guess we'll create a second one. I didn't think there would be two choices. But okay. Two choices we can come back to. Alright, well, I'm gonna pick, well, Satoko, you should be able to figure it out. Satoko, you need to lock the fuck in. It's for real, dude. Satoko, enter your mind palace and figure it out. Kachi-san! I know now, I figured it out! I heard Satoko screaming from the classroom. Satoko had figured out where Rina hid the time bomb. I wanted to catch Rina, but I didn't have time for that. I had to do something about the time bomb instead. Keiichi! Hurry up and go back to Satoko. Rika-chan had spread her arms, blocking Rina's path forward. What are you doing? Just run! Keiichi? This isn't the first time I've done this for you. Don't you remember? If I tried a little harder the previous time, you could have made it. So this time, you are going to make it. Just go! I didn't know what Rika-chan was talking about. What the fuck are you going on about? But there was one thing I did know. Just like Rina and Mion were ready to give up their lives to the friends, and I was willing to give up mine, Rika-chan was prepared for that too. Therefore, telling Rika-chan to run was like telling her she wasn't my friend. And so, I will depend on my friend, Rika-chan. Thank you, Rika-chan. Kachi-san, we're running out of time! Leaving it to Rika-chan, I dashed for the classroom. As soon as Rika heard Ketchi's footsteps reach the classroom door, she sighed in relief. As she did, Rina's black shadow came ever closer. That's great. That's just great. This isn't a club activity, you know. You'll be killed for real. You'll be killed by an angry Rina. You're not afraid of me, are you? You're amazing, Rika-chan. I need Rika to switch to that, like, scary personality. And to just, like, I don't know, cast a fucking lightning bolt spell or something. Just ruin Rina right now. Rika grabbed a mop as she ran from the storage closet. She picked it up and held it upside down like a spear. Rika's stance told Rina that she was ready to fight. Rika didn't look like a little girl anymore. She looked so brave that Rina was even startled by it. Boy, you really are amazing. You aren't afraid of being killed at all, huh? Rika smiled cynically. Rika usually never smiled this way. Oh my god, she's so cool! Do you really think I'd be afraid of death?
幾百の死の山脈を越えてきたこの私が今さら何を恐れるというのか。
I've experienced several hundred deaths up until now. Why should I be afraid of it all of a sudden?
君リカちゃんじゃないね。
You aren't Rika-chan, are you?
あの夜に出会ったリカちゃんもどきの方だね。
You're the one I met that night.
正体を表したな、宇宙人め。
Show yourself, alien.
本物のリカちゃんをどこへやった？
Where's the real Rika-chan?
本物のリカ、
The real Rika?
ここにいるわよ。
She's right here.
みぱー。
No way. Me Nipa. Ah,
その小バカにしたところは間違いなくリカちゃんだね。
the way you're looking down on me, that really is like Rika-chan.
そう、お社様は宇宙人だった。
I get it. Oishiro-sama is an alien.
フルデ家はその末裔で宇宙人の直系の一族だもんね。
The Furude family is descended from him, and therefore you are a descendant of aliens. あははははは。
脳みそを叩き割って中の寄生虫を引きずり出してやるからね。
I'll crack open your head and drag out all the parasites in your brain. Ah ha 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 ha. My money is on Rika. I think, well, basically you're betting on Rika and her general awesomeness versus Rina and her paranoid superpower. Rina raised her hatchet and charged at Rika with a scream. Yeah! One swing is all I need to smash your head open! Rina looked like a beast charging towards its prey. Oh shit. Oh fuck, she's got a mop! Rika took a step backwards and lowered her body, preparing to counterattack. She did that with no hesitation.
あいにくね。1分も稼げれば十分なの。
Damn, what an action pose this is. I mean, we were talking about Satoko needing to lock it in, like, earlier, but this is 1,000,000% locked in Rika mode. Even a minute is plenty.
遊んであげるわ。
I'll play with you.
なた女。
Come on, hatchet girl.
いいですの、ケイチさん。
Do you not get it, Kechi-san?
すべてのヒントと答えはもう朝の時にありましたの。
All the hints were already in place this morning.
落ち着け、サトコ。
Calm down, Satoko.
俺に分かるように話せ。
Explain more slowly so I can understand.
つまり、どういうことなんだ？
What are you trying to say? It's simple if you just remember. Come on, it's quite obvious when you do.
ねえ、今日は臭い。窓閉めて。
Hey, something stinks today. Close the windows.
バーカ。窓を閉めたらもっと暑くなるんだよ。
Silly, it'll be hotter if we in here if we close windows. We've been smelling gasoline coming from outdoors. There were no forestry service people in the office, so they weren't doing any work today. The smell wasn't coming from anything they were doing. In other words, it was the smell of Rina's gasoline. Rina hid the gasoline near the classroom. She had it in a plastic container. You can't smell gasoline that's in a plastic container. So, in other words, she had more gasoline ready than just in the container she used to spread it around the classroom. Where was that smell coming from? Was it coming from outside? Vaporized gasoline is heavier than air. It stinks. There's another hint other than that.
あれ
What?
俺たちのボールがね
Our ball was missing.
王女、お前がまた隠したんだろ
You hit it again, didn't you, Hojo?
誰がそんなものを隠しますの？
Why would I hide such a stupid thing?
どうせ隠すならもう少し気の利いたものを隠しましたよ。
If I was gonna hide something, I'd hide it somewhere. I'd hide something better than that. Kids who love to play with their ball never lose it. It should have been in the same place it always was, but it was gone. So that must mean that Rina used it for something. The gasoline was coming from above. A ball was missing. So maybe it was stuffed somewhere.
レナさんは雨どいの出口をボールで詰めて雨どいいっぱいにガソリンを注いだんですの。
Renaissance blocked the drain with the ball and poured gasoline in the drain canal.
どこから？
Where?
2階の屋根の上からですのよ。
On the roof of the second floor. The drain canal extended along the roof of the second floor and then came straight down to the ground. If it was plugged and filled with gasoline, it was like a huge Molotov cocktail that extended from the ground to the roof of the second floor. Furthermore, the drain canal ran by the classroom windows. If the canal exploded, the classroom would explode too.
じゃあつまり
Therefore,
次元発火装置は
the time bomb must be...
2階の窓から延長コードか何かで引っ張って屋根の上ですわ。
I bet she ran an extension cord out the second floor window. It's on the rooftop. I picked up a pair of scissors and cut Satoko's bonds.
そういやリカちゃんはどうやって縄跳びを解いたんだ？
By the way, how did Rika-chan free herself from the rope?
あるございましたわね。私は解けるほど痩せてなくて。
I apologize for not being thin enough to slip out myself. I rubbed Satoko's head.
みんなを頼む。
Take care of the rest here.
俺は屋上へ行く。
I'm going up to the roof. As I jumped out of the classroom, Satoko stopped me.
ケイチさん、これを。
Kenshi-san, here!
なんだよ。まだ何かあるのか？
What is it? Something silver sailed through the air. I caught it. It was a metal bat. Oh, fuck yeah.
ニーニーのですのよ。
That's Nini's.
後でちゃんと返してもらうでございますからね。
Make sure you give it back to me, okay?
おう。
Sure thing.
すまん、佐藤。
Thanks, Satoko. The metal bat fit right in my palm. I didn't even feel its weight. It really eased my mind. The name Satoshi was written on the handle. This was the bat that belonged to Satoko's brother, Satoshi. He was a victim of last year's tragedy. You and I, we're the same. I won't let another tragedy take place. I'll treat this as a gift from you, who's waiting in the wings. Let's rip apart the script of this demonic tragedy together. Let's go, Satoshi. As I tried to run up the stairs, I heard a loud noise coming from the hallway by the teacher's office. I saw Rika-chan rolling on the floor. Damn, Rika-chan. You held out as long as you could.
クソなのです。
Damn it.
身体年齢があと5つもあれば。
If my body were 5 years older.
さあ、次はケイチくんだよ。
You're next, Kechi-kun. Whoa!
やべえ。とにかく上だ。
Shit, I have to go.
今は屋根の上だ。
I have to get to the rooftop.
よく気づいたね。よく気づいたね。
How'd you figure it out? How did you?
でもさせるもんか。
Still, I won't let you get up there. Rina's face looked unbelievably scary. She was ready to rip me apart if she caught me. In that case, just try me. I jumped up the stairs, skipping every other step. I turned on the bug in my pocket. I didn't have time to put in the earphones. As Rina flew up the stairs, her foot got caught on a jump rope. She tripped, and then 3 buckets fell on her head. The result of Satoko's trap. Ah, the bucket trap. Ow. Ow, 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 ow.
さとこちゃんか。
It was Satoko-chan, huh? Satoko leaned against the wall and waved her index finger in a mocking gesture. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
なかなかの線を言ってましたけど、まだまだこの私とトラップ勝負をするのは3億5000光年くらい早くてでございましたよ。
You were pretty good, but you're about 300 million light years too early to go up against a trap expert like me.
さとこちゃん、光年は距離だよ。
Satoko-chan, light years are a unit of distance, not time. Smash! The 4th bucket hit Satoko on the head. Oh. I continued up to the rooftop. Rina ignored Satoko and ran after me. Oh!
大石さんか。
Oishi-san!
やったぞ。やったぞ、畜生。
I did it!
ライターは奪った。
I got the lighter!
次元発火装置も分かってる。屋根の上、雨どいの中だ。
I know where the time bomb is. It's on the rooftop in the drain canal.
今抑えに行ってる
I'm headed up there right now.
大石さん、まさかあれじゃ。
Oishi-san, is that it? Oishi grabbed the pair of binoculars from Kumagai and looked at the rain gutter on the rooftop. There was something like an alarm clock sitting there. The cord from the clock was extending into the second floor window. It was so obvious, but they didn't even notice until just then. Satoko was working hard to remove her classmates' restraints, but she couldn't do anything about the bike lock on Mion's neck.
みんな私はいいから早く逃げて
Just run, everyone. Forget about me.
あらミオンさんらしくもない
That doesn't sound like Mion-san.
こういう瞬間でも我が部の部長らしくあるべきではございません
Why not act like our club president, even in a situation like this?
部長はただ一言こいつを外せと命令遊ばされれば結構ですのよ
All you have to do, as our president, is to give me an order to undo this lock, okay? Satoko reached for the back of her collar and produced a bent hairpin. Satoko opened the window, climbed onto the windowsill, and faced the bike lock that was restraining Mion.
みんなは全部のカーテンを開けて窓を全部開けたら外へ駆け出すこと
Everyone, open the curtains and the windows, then run!
委員長
But, Class Prez,
前原さんはどうするんです
what about Maiburo-san?
ケイちゃんは警察が助けてくれるから
The police will help Ki-chan.
みんなはとにかく一刻も早くここから逃げて
You all need to run as soon as possible.
って
Huh?
もう外したの
Did you unlock it already?
北条聡子にとって U 字ロックの U はうわこんなの楽勝の U でございましたよ
To me, this type of lock is child's play. Gosh, she's such a rogue. The binoculars were trained on the classroom. All the curtains were open as well as all the windows. The children, in turn, were all running out onto the schoolyard. Oishi pushed Otaka aside, then grabbed his radio and yelled into it.
全班突入しろ
All units, go!
突入突入突入
Go, go, go!
人質を全員確保しろ
Secure the hostages!
犯人は人質1名を追って2階へ上がった模様
The suspect is going up to the second floor, running after one of them.
これ何の真似だね
Hey, what are you doing?
大石君無線を返したまえ
Oh my god. Oishi-kun, give me back the radio. Otaka tried to grab the radio from Oishi, but Kumagai stepped in. There was a dull noise, and Otaka crumbled to the floor, convulsing. Great.
ああ、すみませんです。
Oops, sorry.
膝がたまたま綺麗に入っちゃったっすね。
I guess my knee happened to hit your balls.
教室内にはまだガソリンが充満してるぞ十分に注意しろ
I say that all the time as well. The classroom is still filled with gasoline, so be very careful.
ガス弾や閃光弾の類の使用は禁ずる繰り返すガス弾閃光弾の使用は禁ずる
You are forbidden from using any gas bombs or flares. Again, do not use gas bombs or flares.
大爆発するぞ
The whole place will blow. Support unit to HQ. We secured 24 hostages. One is injured. This is the assault unit. We're trying to take control of the first floor. We got a problem. The electrical room is locked and we can't get in. You can't get in?
扉を打ち破れないですかね
Can't you break down the door? It's located directly opposite the classroom. The smell of gasoline is strong here. We might ignite the gas while breaking down the door. We'll wait further orders.
くそ
Shit.
ブレーカーを落とせば上がりだと思ったのにな
We could have just turned the power off.
電源室は放棄2階部分を制圧されたし
Forget the electrical room. Go secure the second floor. Assault unit, roger that. Alpha, go, go, go!
大高君
Otaka-kun,
電源室確保失敗時はどうするつもりだったんです
what were you going to do if you failed to secure the electrical room?
それに失敗しないための特殊部隊だ
That's what the special unit was for.
彼だから坊ちゃん育ちは。
This is the problem with rich boys.
あとは時計のコンセントを抑えるしかないか。
We'll just have to secure the clock's outlet now. Sniper unit to HQ. I can see a male hostage on the rooftop of the first floor. God, it's so gonna be... It's what I called at, like, the beginning of the chapter, isn't it? When they did the water gun fight, and I was like, damn, this feels like they've set it up. They foreshadowed this epic final fight between Kechi and Rina, and it's gonna happen on the rooftop, isn't it? Alright, Kumiga says, Oishi-san! That's Maibara-kun!
Speaker おかしい。
Give me the speaker.
前原さん。
Maibara-san!
時計の電源は2階の奥の部屋。
The clock is plugged into the back room on the second floor! I shook my head repeatedly. I couldn't do that. Rina was coming after me, so I couldn't head that way. What else could I do? The only way was to go up to the roof of the second floor and get the clock from there. Maibara-san! Dude, I love it. Like, I love when I'm in a high-pressured situation and basically fighting for my fucking life, and I have fucking fat cop down there yelling at me. Makes everything, pressure feels bad. Continue up the roof of the second floor! I'll direct you from there! Oishi-san was telling me to go further up. Satsuko only told me that it was on the rooftop of the second floor, and she didn't tell me where exactly. She only said it was in the drain canal. But maybe Oishi-san found it with his binoculars. I put my foot on the railing of the veranda and ran up to the rooftop. I had never felt so light. I felt like I could lift myself with just 2 or 3 fingers. That's it! Keep going! It's at the furthest end of the drain pipe! You only have 30 seconds! Seconds! Huh. 30 seconds would be plenty of time. I could get there in half that. Over there. Was that it? It was! This is so unserious. Sniper unit to HQ. I can see the suspect on the rooftop of the first floor.
撃てたら撃ちたいけど、それ実弾ですよね。
I wish you could fire, but you're using live ammo, aren't you?
実は狙撃銃タイプの催涙ガス銃とか、そういうことだったりしません？
It's not tear gas or anything, is it? No, it's live ammunition.
そういうのは軍隊で使ってくださいよ。日本の警察には必要ないですね。
Use those in the military. Japanese police don't need anything like that. Maibara-san! She's after you! Hurry! She'll be there soon. How many more seconds did I have? Who cares? Whoa! I slid down the roof and grabbed the kitchen timer that was sitting on the drain pipe, which was filled with gasoline. There was a cord with a copper wire attached to it. This was supposed to create sparks that start an explosion. The hands on the clock kept moving, with the second hand trying to reach the minute hand. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Whoa! I threw it to the ground. A moment later, I heard the noise of something breaking. Huh. Did I do it? Assault unit to HQ. The time bomb has been stopped.
Yes!
Yes! Oishi-san, we did it! We did it! Yeah!
前原さん、やった。
Maibara-san, good job.
圭一さんはちょっとハラハラさせすぎですわね。
Ketchi-san certainly made me nervous.
余裕がないのはエレガントではありませんでしたよ。
Cutting it so close isn't elegant, you know? Not only policemen, but the children who are on their way to ambulances raise their voices and cheer.
おいさん、消防からっす。
Oishi-san, there's a message from the fire department.
現場は依然危険度最大につき、突入班全員の即時退却を進言しています。
The scene is still dangerous, so order all units to retreat immediately.
事件発火装置はもうないのに？
Isn't the time bomb gone, though?
発火装置がなくても危険度は最大級の現場だそうです。
Although the ignition device is gone, it's still extremely dangerous.
これ以上は突入班全員の生命に危険があります。
The lives of the assault unit might be at stake.
くそ。
Damn.
屋上の前原君をどうしよう。
What about Maibara-kun up there?
2階屋根ならなんとか飛び降りれないか。
Can he jump off?
おいさん、図面では校舎下に花壇があります。
Oishi-san, according to the map, there's a flower bed by the school building.
そこへ飛び降りるように誘導しましょう。
We'll tell him to jump there.
おいしより突入中の全隊へ。
Oishi, to all units.
作戦中止。退却せよ。退却せよ。
Stop the operation. Fall back immediately. Fall back! Alpha here. Roger that. Beta here. Roger that. Fall back. Fall back.
聞こえますか？前原さん。
Can you hear me? Maibara-san!
それから竜宮さんも。
Ryugu-san too!
もうそこは危険です。
It's too dangerous to stay there!
いつ爆発するかわからない。
It might explode at any minute!
校舎の下に花壇があります。
There's a flower bed!
飛び降りてください。
There's a flower bed by the school building! Jump down there!
花壇だって？
A flower bed?
ちくしょう、ここからじゃよくわかんねえってのによ。
Damn it, I can't see it from here. But it didn't sound like I had enough time time to be looking for it. I noticed a white hand at the edge of the roof, followed by Rina's head. Uh-oh. Rina slowly crawled up to the rooftop. I waited for her there.
まさかこんなところに隠したのを見つけるとはね。
I never thought you would find it.
これで全て失敗か。
It was all for nothing. Rina scratched at her throat. The band-aids peeled off, and her throat started to bleed. Ugh, gross.
ゲームセットだな、レナ。
It's game over, Rina. We were confronting each other on the rooftop of the second floor. This wasn't a club activity, but a real battle. Rina was glaring at me with hatred at first. But maybe because she had already given up, she started smiling wickedly. I heard the chorus of the Higurashi in the background, as if to cool us down from the heat of battle. I didn't think we needed their service yet, though.
そうだね。すごろくだったらここはゴールで、ケイイチ君の上がりだね。
Yeah, if it was a board game, you'd have reached the goal in one.
でも、これはゲームじゃない。
But this isn't a game.
だからここはゴールじゃなくて、行き止まりって言うんだよ。
So, this isn't a goal. It's a dead end.
ち、負けを認めないやつだな。
Shit, you don't give up, do you?
レナはつくづく強いやつだよ。
Rina, you really are strong.
絶対へこたれない。くじけない。
You never give up.
最後まで戦う。
You fight until the bitter end.
そして、最後まで信じるんだ。
You keep believing until that point, too.
こんな時に褒められても、ちっとも嬉しくないね。
Praise like that won't make me happy now.
ケイイチ君は、私が最後の命をかけての計画をぶち壊しにした。
You ruined everything that I risked my life for, Ketchi-kun.
人類を宇宙人から守ろうと必死に戦ってたのに、それをぶち壊しちゃった。
I was simply trying to protect our species from the aliens. You ruined it.
これで人類が滅んじゃったら、ケイイチ君のせいで滅んだって歴史に残っちゃうんだよ。
If humans go extinct, it'll be your fault, Ketchi-kun. That'll be recorded in history. I didn't mean to laugh, but I couldn't help it. My name would be written down in the history books of the aliens as the one who destroyed the human species. Somehow, that sounded kind of cool.
レナ。
Reina,
お前が何と言おうと、このゲームは俺の勝ちだ。
no matter what you have to say, I've won this game.
すでに俺が勝ってるのに、レナが負けを認めないだけだ。
I've already won, and you just don't want to admit it. That's all.
そうだね。そうなのかもしれないね。
Yeah, maybe you're right.
でもそういうものかもしれないよな。
But maybe that's not how it works.
ゲームってのは勝者が決まって終わるもんじゃない。
A game doesn't end when there's a winner.
敗者が決まって終わるもんなんだ。
It ends when there's a loser.
ってことは俺が勝つだけじゃダメってことだ。
That means, for me, winning isn't enough.
へえ。
Hmm?
それはどういう意味なのかな。
What do you mean? I tapped my shoulder with the metal bat, gesturing for Rina to come at me.
レナにきっちり負けたってことを叩き込んでやろうってことだよ。
I'm going to make you understand that you lost. I won't run or hide. Do you know why? According to the rules of our club, we don't run from our enemies.
ここで白黒をつけてやるぜ。
I'll prove to you
レナがもう負けてるってことをよ。
that you've already lost, Rina.
ふーん。
Hmm?
言ってやるぜ。
Are you ready?
寄生虫に宇宙人？
Parasites and aliens?
バカじゃねえのか？バカ。
How stupid.
そんなの今時誰が信じるんだよ。ダセえな。
Who would believe in things like that these days?
鼻で笑っちまうで。
I can only laugh.
最初から信じてなかったくせに信じてたふりをしてレナを騙してたな。
You never believed me in the first place, yet you pretended that you did. How dare you deceive me?
許せない。
I won't forgive you.
許せない。許せない。
I'll never forgive you.
レナが信じてるのは勝手だぜ。
I don't care if you believe in those things.
だが俺はそんなうさんくせえの信じねえからな。
But I would never believe in anything that stupid.
同じ信じるなら徳川の埋蔵金の方が楽しそうだぜ。
Well, if I did have to believe in anything like that, I'd rather believe in the buried treasure of the Tokugawa shogunate.
それでも信じさせたいってんなら俺たち部活メンバーには簡単な信じさせ方があるじゃねえかよ。
But if you still want me to believe, don't you remember our club's rules? Oh shit.
勝った方が正義ってことだね。
Whoever concedes victory is the correct one.
そういうことさ。
There you go. Rina and I grinned at each other, and as we went around in circles on the rooftop, we both checked the distance between us.
レナが俺をぶちのめせたなら俺も宇宙人の話を信じてやろうじゃねえか。
If you can take me down, I'll believe in your alien stories.
朝晩 UFO を呼ぶ怪しげな踊りをして牛小屋にキャトルミューティレーションに行ってやら。
I'll perform a mysterious dance every morning and night to call for UFOs to come and beam up livestock.
だがなレナ、
But Rina,
俺にグーの音が出ないくらいにぶちのめされたらそん時は覚悟してもらうぜ。
if I take you down, then I want you to be ready. Ah!
それを取り決める必要はないかな。かな。
I don't think you even need to think further than that. I don't think you do.
ケイイチ君なんかに私が負けるはずないもん。
You'll never defeat me. Rina came at me with a heavy strike. I caught it easily with the metal bat. It looked like there were some sparks. This was finally getting interesting.
まあそう言うなよ。意外にそうでもなかったりするもんだぜ。
Hey, maybe you shouldn't say that. You might be wrong, you know?
俺も部活で何度も激戦をくぐってきてようやく分かってきたことがある。
When I went through a whole lot of fierce battles in our club, I learned something.
自分ってやつをな。
I learned about myself.
どういう時に自分が最高のパワーを出せるか分かってきたんだ。
Now, I know what I need to bring out my ultimate power.
へえ。
Really?
それは何かな。
I wonder what it is.
かな。
I wonder. Rina, your hatchet can be a powerful weapon, but my metal bat is as powerful as your hatchet. Sure, it doesn't have a blade, but it reaches farther, and it's easy to handle. I won't be going for a defensive battle. I'm going to fight you face to face, and I'm going to defeat you. I'm sure I'm stronger than you physically, but you're better at drawing out your true potential, Rina. In other words, we're equally matched. This is great. I won't need to hold back at all.
私を叩きのめしたらどうするって？
So what are you going to do after you beat me?
ほらほらほらほら
Take that, that, and that.
押されてるんじゃないかな。
Rina's gonna win. My money is on Rina. It fits in line with what I was saying earlier. With the tragic. She somehow, either she's gonna realize she's in the wrong, or she doesn't realize and she's just gonna end up cutting down Ketchy. But at least Ketchy can say that he tried to help a friend, you know? That's what it feels like. I think I might have the upper hand. Huh.
遊んでやってるだけだぜ。
I'm just warming up.
まあ見てろ。
Just you wait and see.
レナをコテンパンにしたらどうしてやろうかね。
Wait and see what I do after I take you down.
これだけ互いにコインやチップをかけまくってるんだ。
We both put a lot of chips on the pile.
相当の支払いを覚悟してもらうぜ。
Prepare yourself for having to make a big payout. Ah ha 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 ha.
得ることの叶わない勝利に酔うもまた川山用の醍醐味だね。
Aren't you counting your chickens before they've hatched?
ケイイチ君の虚勢が痛々しいよ。
Your bluffing is just pathetic.
チッチッチ。
I only just now realized what this angle is. Like, for the longest of time, like, I now see that this is, like, the roof, I assume. And this is, like, the point of the roof. But for some reason, I kept seeing this. And for some reason, I'm thinking, like, you can't see, like, but down here, I kept thinking, like, obviously there's a tree out here. And I was seeing, like, I thought, like, Ketchy and Rina were, like, down here. And as if these were, like, some weird, like, half-raised, like, wall or something. And they were inside of, like, an enclosed area for some reason. I didn't see this as... I was literally just about to ask, like, what the hell kind of angle is this? Because I was so confused by... I'm so dumb. Alright, so she's like... You don't get it, do you?
俺はご褒美のデカさに比例してパワーアップする男だぜ。
My strength increases in proportion to my reward. Didn't you know? Yeah, I said that weird. Didn't you know?
そうだな。
Let's see.
もちろん、俺専属のメイドさんだよな。
You'll be my personal maid.
朝はおはようございますから、夜はおやすみなさいまで、たっぷりご奉仕三昧だ。
Starting from the moment I wake up until I go to sleep at night, you'll serve me all day, every day. Ketchy, please, this is a serious moment. Oh my god. With Coach's help, you'll be wearing a different costume every day! Wait, until I go to sleep at night? Oh no. Oh god. What if I make it so that you won't let me sleep instead? How about that? Please get serious. Ah, ha, ha, ha. That's so like you, Ketchy-kun. No, thank you. Actually, I'll win and make you my servant. Goat servant. Ah, ha, 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 ha. We both laughed like crazy people as we struck at each other. It was strange how much fun it was becoming. Reina and I were trying to kill each other, and yet, it was a blast. Sparks are flying. we could get seriously injured. If we fell off of the rooftop, we'd break our bones, yet this was so much fun. I had been mourning and crying all day today while Rina terrified me. How did all that turn into this?
ってことは結局俺たちにシリアスは似合わねえってことだ。
Two of us can't be serious even if we try.
互いの火花を浴び合いながらヘラヘラしてるのが互いに性に合ってるってわけだ。
Even with sparks flying, we can only goof around.
おあいにくだね。
Too bad.
レナはエレガントで上品なのが大好きなの。
That's not me. I like being elegant and graceful.
そういうヘラヘラしたのはケイイチくんが一人でお楽しみ遊ばせ。
You can have fun goofing around by yourself, Kechi-kun. Rina's next strike came at a strange angle, but I managed to deflect it. Whoa! Ha ha ha! Tra-la-la.
甘い甘い全然ダメだぜ。やっぱりお前撃沈確定だな。
That's too weak. You're done!
ようやく体が温まってきたところだよ。
Finally, I'm all warmed up.
こんなのウォーミングアップでしょ。
This is just a warm-up, right?
は
あ Huh?
バカなりゃしねえよ。
Stupid. This isn't even a warm-up.
こんなのお散歩程度だな。
This is like taking a walk.
お前汗だくだぜ。
Hey, you're all sweaty. Hehehe, ha 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 ha.
お前は汗の代わりに血を垂らせばいいや。
Instead of sweat, you'll be covered in your own blood.
前原さん
Mimir-san,
飛び降りて
jump off!
飛び降りて
Come on, jump!
ダメっすね。
He isn't even listening to us.
血が上っちゃってるようで声が聞こえてないみたいです。
He's so into it that he can't even hear anything.
おいさん
Oishi-san.
ああ、ごめん。
Sorry.
何？
What is it?
何をぼーっとしてるんですか。
What do you mean, what is it?
彼を救出する方法を考えないと。
We have to figure out a way to rescue him. Oishi couldn't figure out why he was distracted, considering the seriousness of the situation. He was engrossed in watching the two of them fight with the sunset behind them. Oh, fuck. But Oishi wasn't the only one. Everyone watching was captivated by their battle on the rooftop. Clank, clank, clank. At that moment, a sudden loud voice broke the silence. Mimir-san, hang in there! Careful, don't fall! The students were all about to climb onto the ambulance. The students who were about to climb onto the ambulance were cheering him on. Mian was being loaded onto a stretcher with bandages around her head, but even she sat up, captivated as she was by Rina and Kechi's duel. Our once happy days were supposed to have shattered due to a series of misunderstandings. They were supposed to be irretrievable. But, huh? Why? Why did I feel this way? This was such a close game, but it wouldn't be fun to stay in a stalemate forever. Rina and I kicked at each other with perfect timing, increased the distance between us. Hey! This is a blast! What do you think, Rina? Isn't this just the best? I've been having fun since the very beginning. But it'll be even more fun to split your head open, Kechi-kun. Split it open!
危ね
Wow, that's dangerous.
え。おらおら
Over here.
こっちへ戻ってこい。
Come back over here.
足場を十分に使おうじゃないか。
Let's use more space.
こんな最高の舞台何度もあるもんじゃね
Something like this doesn't happen too often.
え。まんべんなく楽しもうぜ。
Let's enjoy it as much as we can. Ah ha 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 ha.
絵になるよ。
Man, this fight's going on forever. This would make a great picture.
私たちほら、いつの間にか月を背負ってるんだね。
Look, there's a beautiful moon behind us.
風が気持ちいいや。
The breeze feels great. It was such a fantastical scene. Two people were fighting on the rooftop of the school building, with the moon behind them. It was almost unbelievable. All the policemen and children looked at that mysterious and fantastical scene from a distance, completely entranced. Everyone was thinking the same thing, but nobody said anything. This is absurd. This is kind of absurd. This is kind of like, I mean, I know that this literally just got done saying like, man, they all just looked at there and they were entranced by the scene that was taking place on this rooftop. But this has been going on for so long. It's almost, not only is it absurd, but it's almost like a neglecting responsibility, and like that no one's stopping this. They just have these two kids hacking at each other, and like they've got police on the scene. It's like they've got special forces or whatever, and they're just like no, just let the kids fight. This is good for them. It's fine. This is, you know, it would be responsible for us to stop this, but this looks cool as fuck, so we don't want to step in between them. It's just absurd. So, why does it look like they're having fun?
なんかよ、こういう涼しさでこう暑くなるとよ。
Getting all fired up in a breeze this cool.
綿流しの祭りの時を思い出すんだよな。
It reminds me of the bubmanXIV festival.
どうも俺は静かに夕涼みってのがダメでさ。
I don't really like to just sit back and enjoy the cool of the evening in silence.
月が出るとはしゃがずにはいられなくなっちまうんだよ。
When the moon comes up, I turn into an animal. Ow! As all us club members went crazy on the night of Wadanagashi. The mayor scolded us by the end of it, but we laughed at each other and promised to do the same thing again next year.
月にクルーか。なんだかかっこいいじゃない。
Going crazy under the moon, huh? That sounds cool, doesn't it?
私たちはもう月に狂ってるのかもしれないね。
Maybe we're already crazy.
ああ、同感だな。
Yeah, I feel the same.
仲間と命のやり取りをしてて、そいつが面白いと感じちまうようじゃ。俺たちは最高にいっちまってる。
We're having fun trying to kill each other. We must be mad already.
こいつがそうさ、ルナティックってやつさ。
This must be what insanity is like. Some people say the moon has the power to arouse passions in people. Maybe that's true, and maybe it's not. One thing that's for sure is that even if it were a new moon tonight, we would still feel the same way. As our surroundings got darker, the sparks we'd create with each hit started to look like fireflies. Hey now, isn't there gasoline in the drain pipe right nearby? Who cares? An explosion happens, it happens. That's the right
ほら、何をやってんだ
attitude to have. Hey, what are you doing?
バットが汗で滑ってるんじゃない？
Are you getting too sweaty to hold the bat?
休憩にしてハンカチで手でも拭いたら？
Why don't you take a break and dry your hands off?
その間に頭を叩き割るけどね。
I'll split your head open while you do that, though. Wow! Like, this is almost so absurd that I would not be surprised if we go, like, another 20 minutes in, and then it, like, it's catchy, like, waking up from a dream or something from the very start of the chapter or something. Like something like it's like so absurd. Like it had like his action moments. It has this epic fight here at the end where they're clanging swords, even though like to the outside it makes no sense why they're just allowed to keep doing it. Like it's so absurd where it's like on that level where like I would not be surprised if someone wakes up from a dream and then this was all not actually happening somehow. I don't want that to be the case, but I wouldn't be surprised. That's a good one.
レナこそ汗でスカートがまとわりついて気持ち悪いだろ。脱いでもいいんだぜ。
Isn't your skirt clinging to your legs? You can take it off if you want.
俺は手を出さないで見物するけどな。
I just watch you instead of attacking.
へえ。
Really?
それで足に見とれてる隙にガツンとお見舞いするよ。
Then I'll give you a good blow to the head while you're charmed by my legs. Ah ha ha ha. Yeah, something like that. It's really so much fun, isn't it, Rena? Or it's like gasoline fumes induced passing out, and then these other dreams he's having from it. Yep, it sure is. We flew. We danced. We struck. We laughed. We stepped back once in a while to catch a breath and then charged at each other and let the sparks fly. We aimed at each other as we went around in circles on the rooftop of the school, our special stage. Rain and I were all sweaty, but we weren't exhausted yet. The beads of sweat rolling down my body just tickled me. We exchanged furious blows one after the other. Neither of us was at an advantage or disadvantage. Neither of us exalted in victory or raged in defeat. The battle with Rena in itself was fun. It was like a dance. A dance I couldn't dance by myself. It was a dance I could only dance with someone with whom I was equally matched.
あの時さ、クラス全体の部活の日、水鉄砲で一騎打ちした時さ。
Didn't you think the same thing I did when we did that club activity with the whole class?
思わなかったか?
The day we dueled with water guns?
実は私も思ってた。
Yeah, I did.
もう一回こんな戦いをしてみたいって。
We wanted a fight like this again. As we thought that way on the rooftop, our classmates down below must have thought the same. Our fight was so pure and passionate that everyone thought the same thing. We want to join them. No, kids, don't. No. No, kids. It was the same back then.
水鉄砲だったけど、やることは同じだった。
We were using water guns, but we did the same thing.
あの時より面白いぜ。
But this is far more fun.
今度は水の残量なんか気にしなくていいんだからよ。
I don't have to worry about how much water I have left in my gun.
水鉄砲じゃ火花も出ないしね。
Yeah, we can't create sparks with water guns.
撃ち合うこの感覚もないもんな。
We couldn't strike at each other like this either. We both were breathing hard, waiting for the right timing to take a step forward. In the midst of that, we grinned at each other.
あの時も多分言ったセリフだが、あえてもう一度言うぜ。
This is exactly what I said then, but I'm going to say it again.
じゃあレナもあの時と同じセリフで返そうかな。
Okay then, I'll respond just the same. We both smiled wickedly in the same moment.
やり合うのが楽しくてならねえぜ。
This is so fun.
決着がつくことすら興ざめするくらいにな。
I don't want it to ever end. Ah ha ha.
負けても恨まないでね。
Don't hate me if you lose.
ああ、恨まない。
No, never.
この勝負を終わらせた自分の不甲斐なさを恨んでやるぜ。
I'd hate myself for ending this game.
だがそいつを恨むのはどうやらレナの方になりそうだな。
But I know I won't be the one crying in the end.
どうかな？
I don't know about that.
ケイチ君、足が藁だよ。
Your feet are getting weak, like they're made of straw.
くそったれ
Shut up! Everyone was captivated by our fight. They were swept up in our fight. We both had weapons. Weapons deadly enough to seriously hurt one another. But we were both perfectly matched, and neither of us had hit the other yet. Why did they look so happy? This was just ridiculous. All the people below were just watching this fight on the rooftop with the beautiful moon as a backdrop. Not even the police could stop them. This was impossible. This battle was absurd and absolutely impossible. Keiichi-san!
なるべく屋根の中央を維持するんですのよ。
Try to stay in the middle of the roof.
わずかの高みを生かすんですわ。
Use the height to your advantage. Satsuko and some of her classmates cheered Keiichi on, but there were some who were cheering for Rina too. Why? Why, guys? Why? To them, this was no longer a fight to the death. It was just the second round of their water gun battle. Okay. Alright. This is absurd. A club activity is a club activity, and a game is a game. This was just the second round, so nobody would die. Even though they had real weapons, nobody thought they would get hurt. Rika wasn't cheering. She was just looking up at the rooftop.
こんなの見たことない。
I've never seen anything like this before. Rika thought to herself. She thought Keiichi could win, not just against Rina. Rika thought Keiichi could even destroy the walls of the maze of tragedies that had no exit.
狙撃犯は何をしてるのかね
What are the snipers doing?
人質に危害を加えようとしているのだぞ
The suspect is trying to harm the hostage.
直ちに射殺したまえ
Fire immediately! As Otaka yelled into the radio, Mion screamed for him to stop.
違うよ。
No, no!
レナを撃たないで。
Don't shoot Rina!
レナはもう違う。
Rina isn't crazy anymore.
さっきまでのおかしいレナじゃない。
She isn't who she was earlier.
あのレナは違う。
That's a different Rina.
だから撃たないで。
So please, don't shoot her!
違うとはどういう意味かね
What do you mean she's different?
見たまえ
Look,
現に凶器を振りかざしているじゃないか
she's swinging around that weapon.
明らかな殺意だ
She's trying to kill him.
射殺しないと人質が危ないのだよ
Unless we shoot her down, the hostage is in danger.
とにかく違う。
No, no,
レナを撃っちゃいけない。
don't shoot at Rina.
もしもレナを撃ったら、ケイちゃんはあんたを殺すよ。間違いなく。
If you shoot Rina, Kichan will kill you for sure.
断言できる。
I can guarantee it.
どうして私をなのかね
Why would he kill me?
あの二人は殺し合いをしてるんじゃない。
They aren't trying to kill each other.
ただ撃ち合って火花を飛ばして遊んでるだけなんだよ。
They're just having fun creating sparks.
見てわかるでしょ。
Can't you see?
そしてケイちゃんは語りかけてる。
Kichan is talking to her too.
自分がレナと対等なことを。
He's telling her that they're equal.
対等というのは一番信頼できるということ。
That means she can trust him more than anyone.
ケイちゃんはレナの目を覚ませる。
Kichan will wake Rina up.
いや、もう覚ましつつあるんだよ。
No, he's already waking her up.
レナの悪い夢はもう終わりつつあるんだ。
Rina's nightmare is almost over.
ケイチ君はやっぱり最高だよ。
Kichi-kun, you're the best.
君だけは殺したくない。
I don't even want to kill you anymore.
君がいない世界はさぞや退屈だろうと思うよ。
A world without you would be so boring.
なんだか照れるお言葉痛み入るぜ
Huh. Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate it.
んでどうするんだその世界とやらは
So what's going to happen to the world, huh?
宇宙人の侵略があって大変じゃねえのかよ
Aren't aliens trying to invade it?
宇宙人なんて寄生虫なんてなんだかど うでもいいような気がしてくるよ。
You know, I don't think I even care about aliens or parasites anymore.
世界が滅ぶならいつでも好きな時に滅べばいいし、御三家の陰謀なんて知ったことか。
If the world is going to perish, go ahead and perish. Who cares about the conspiracy of the three families anyway?
ああそうさ、たとえ明日隕石がぶつかって地球が砕けるとしたって。
That's right, even if a meteor hits the Earth tomorrow.
今この瞬間より楽しいことなんて他にあるもんか。
Nothing could be more fun than this moment.
チェ、それにお前毒を盛られてて今夜で死んじまうんじゃねえのかよ。
Hey, aren't you supposed to die tonight due to some poison?
余命の短いやつがピンピンしやがって。
You sure don't look like you only have a few hours left to live.
そうだったね。すっかり忘れてたよ。私は今夜中に首をかきむしって死んでしまうんだったっけ。
That's right, I completely forgot about that. I'm supposed to claw out my throat and die tonight.
なんだよ、自分で作った設定だろ。忘れるんじゃねえや。
Hey, that's the scenario you came up with, don't forget.
ほれ、たまには首をボリボリかきやがれ。
Come on, scratch your throat once in a while at least.
分かってるよ。もう痒くなんかねえんだろ。
Hey, I know, doesn't itch anymore, does it?
そりゃそうさ。
It definitely doesn't.
首を引っかくより。
This is more fun than scratching your throat could ever be.
私たちはもっと楽しいことをしているんだもの。
Yeah, this dance of ours really is way more fun. I wished it would never end, but my body was screaming. I was breathing hard and felt dizzy from lack of oxygen. My upper body felt as light as a piece of paper, as if even a slight breeze could take me away. It really had been a blast, but I needed to end it soon. I felt the same sadness as in that water gun fight. Back then, it had been declared a draw.
今回はどうなるだろうね。
I wonder what will happen this time.
さてな。
Who knows?
一つ言えることがある。
But one thing is for certain.
え？
What?
最高に楽しかったぜ。
I love doing this with you. Me too. I jumped backwards and slammed the roof with my bat. The sound was as intense as a huge drum, and the noise woke up the people who were captivated by our fight. The silence returned, and the chorus of Higurashi filled the air.
じゃあ、一度間合いを開こうじゃねえか。
Okay, let's pause for a moment.
そうだね。
Sure,
次の一撃で今度こそ決着をつけよう。
let's end this with one more strike. We started to move slowly, increase the distance between us. Everyone realized it. This fight was ending very soon.
じゃあ最後の最後だ。
Okay, this is it.
もう一回確認するぜ。
I'm going to ask you one more time.
なんだっけ？
Hmm? What is it?
おいおい、この戦いはお互いかけてるものがあったのか。
Hey, you're betting something on this, right?
お前、そのために戦ってたんじゃなかったのかよ。
Isn't that why you were fighting?
そうだったっけ？
I did?
ごめん、忘れちゃってた。
Sorry, I forgot.
ち、仕方ねえやつだな。
You're hopeless.
確認するぜ。
Okay, listen carefully.
まずは俺が勝った場合だ。
If I win,
俺の専属メイドになってご奉仕三昧の前にした。
you'll become my personal maid and serve me every day.
人前ではこれが私のご主人様ですってちゃんと紹介するんだぞ。
You'll have, I think there's two missing there. You'll have to introduce me to others as your master.
可愛い服じゃないと嫌だよ。
My uniform better be cute.
そこは任せろ。
Of course it will.
監督の完全監修のもと、古式ゆかしいオールドスタイルからちょっとドキドキな改造メイド服までいろいろと取り揃える。
There'll be a variety of uniforms ranging from old-fashioned ones to ones that are a little dangerous.
もちろん特注でレナにぴったりとフィットするサイズなんだ。
They'll be custom made so they'll fit you perfectly.
すごいだろ。
How about that?
すごいすごい。
My goodness.
負ける気はさらさらないけど、なんだか楽しそう。
I don't intend to lose, but that could be fun, somehow.
次はレナが勝った場合だ。
If you win, Rena? I pause for a moment.
レナが勝ったなら俺はレナの話を信じる。
If you win, I'll believe your stories. Rena was happy until just a moment ago, but that expression was suddenly wiped from her face.
宇宙人が地球侵略に来ていて、俺たちの頭の中には寄生虫が入ってる。
Aliens are invading the Earth, and we have parasites in our brains.
そしてそれを園崎家が暗躍してて秘密研究をしてて、世界は明日から宇宙人に支配されるって話を信じてやる。
The Sonozaki family is pulling the strings, they're researching the parasites in secret, and aliens will be in control of the world starting tomorrow. I will believe in that.
あとお前は毒で今夜死んじまうんだよな。
Also, since you're dying tonight,
最後はちゃんと見とってやるから安心しろ。
I'll make sure you go peacefully, so don't worry.
なんだか私が勝ってもつまんないね。
It's not fun if I win, is it?
ケイチ君が勝った方のご褒美の方が楽しそうだよ。
Your reward sounds a lot more fun, Kechi-kun.
仕方ねえだろ。
Well, what can I do?
お前そういう話だからわざわざ学校を乗っ取ったんじゃなかったのかよ。
You did all this because of what I just said, right?
そうだったんだっけね。
Yeah, I guess.
ごめん、忘れそうになってたよ。
Sorry, I almost forgot. Rena smiled sadly for a moment, but soon that expression was wiped off her face too.
俺は何しろレナのメイドさんがかかってるんだからよ。
I'm going to win no matter what.
意地でも勝ちに行くぜ。
I want my personal maid.
ブーブ
Boo, boo.
ー。レナが勝っても面白くないよ。
It's not fun if I win.
なんだよ。じゃあ今から帰るか？
Then do you want to change it?
レナが勝ったらどうするよ。
What do you want? Finally, Rena smiled happily again. The breeze dried our sweat. It was a good feeling. We no longer went crazy, even with the moon out. We could finally enjoy the coolness of the evening. It'd be so nice if we could just lie down on our backs and gaze at the moon. Still smiling a little, Rena spoke.
私もケイチ君と同じご褒美がいいな。
I want the same reward as yours, Kechi-kun.
なんだよそれ。
What?
俺がメイドかよ。
You want me to be your maid?
どぎついな。
That's something.
別にメイドさんじゃなくていいよ。
You don't have to be my maid.
でも他は同じ。
But the rest is the same.
朝は私におはようって言って、夜は私におやすみって言ってほしい。
Oh, that's sort of sweet. I want you to say good morning to me every morning and good night every night.
いっぱい私に優しくしてほしい。いっぱい私を楽しくさせてほしい。
I want you to treat me well and let me play around all the time.
あれ
Hmm?
これじゃ私が勝ってもケイチ君が勝っても私たちずっと一緒なんだよね。
I guess no matter who wins, we'll always be together.
一緒ではあるが待遇にえらい違いがあるけどな。
We'll be together, but the one who gets the special treatment is different. Why am I fighting with someone I like so much?
さてな。
I don't know.
どうして俺たちは屋根の上になんかいるんだ。
Why are we on the rooftop?
何しに俺たちはここへ登ったんだっけ。
Why did we even come up here in the first place?
どうしてだったっけ。
I don't know.
忘れちゃったよ。
I forgot.
バカと煙は上へ登るってやつだろ。
Maybe we're both airheads.
じゃあ俺たちは二人とも大バカだな。
That's why we floated up here.
バカ仲間だね。
Yep, we're airhead buddies.
仲間だな。
We're buddies, alright.
じゃあそろそろ行こうじゃないか。
Well then, shall we get started?
せっかくの体がクールダウンしちまう。
I don't want to cool down too much. You're right.
体が冷めちゃわないうちに決着をつけよう。
We better finish up before it gets too cold. We readied our weapons and took our stances.
私ね、
I
やっぱりやめないってそう言おうと思った。
was going to suggest that we stop this. I really was. I shook my head slowly.
ダメだ。
No.
決着は必要なんだ。
We have to finish this.
じゃないと終わらない。
Otherwise, it won't end.
せっかくの俺とお前の戦いが終われない。
Our fight won't end.
うやむやじゃダメなんだ。
We can't quit.
綺麗に終わらないとダメなんだ。
We have to bring it to an end.
こんなのおかしい。
This isn't right.
ひょっとしたらどっちが勝っても負けてもご褒美がなしになるかもしれない。
It's possible that no matter who wins or loses, there'll be no reward.
その時も恨みっこはなしだぜ。
Even if that happens, we shouldn't hate each other.
だから先に言っとく。
So I'm going to tell you this now.
何？
What?
楽しかったぜ。
It was fun.
私もだよ。
Yeah, I feel the same way.
レナ、
Reina,
仮に俺たちのどちらかが死のうと、俺たちは絶対にまた会えるから。
even if one of us dies, we'll see each other again.
だからまた会えたなら。
And when we do,
今度は普通に遊んで普通に笑い合って普通に恋をしよう。絶対に互いを疑わない。互いを絶対に信じ合う。
we'll have fun in a normal way. We'll laugh together in a normal way. And we'll fall in love in a normal way. We won't doubt each other. We'll trust each other.
だから絶対に会えるよね。絶対だよね。
And we'll meet again, right? For sure, right?
ああ、絶対だ。
Yes, for sure. Tears appeared in Rena's eyes. I noticed I was about to break down too.
じゃあ行くぜ。
Okay. Are you ready? There was no signal, but we stepped forward at the same time. Our shadows jumped in the moonlight. We were fighting so viciously earlier, but now it was like we were moving very slowly. We must have looked like a shadow play. Everyone was watching the shadows dance. Rena's shadow hit my metal bat violently. As a result, I let go of it. The metal bat bounced once on the roof, then rolled down to the schoolyard. I had lost my weapon. Here was Rena's chance. Of course, she wouldn't miss it. I was lying flat on the roof, and Rena got on top of me. Rena's knees were holding down my arms. There was no way for me to fight back. No. The moon was divided into two. The shadow of Rena's hatchet had split the moon right down the middle. This was the end.
やるな。
Shit. That was good.
腕が抜けねえや。
I can't even pull my arms away.
ねえケイチ君、
Hey, Ketchi-kun.
もう決着ついたんだよね。
It's over. Right?
おいおい、まだついてねえだろ。
Not yet.
そいつを振り下ろすまではまだつかないぜ。
It's not over until you swing down your hatchet.
嫌だ。
I don't wanna.
うん？
Huh?
嫌だよ。
I don't want
嫌
to.
だ。
I don't want to. Rena's arms were still raised, but tears were pouring from her eyes.
どうしてこんなことになっちゃったんだろう。
What happened?
どこで変になっちゃったんだろう。
What went wrong?
私はみんなを大好きで、みんなを信じていたはずなのに、どこで信じられなくなってしまったんだろう。
I loved everyone and I trusted everyone. When did I start to doubt them?
どうしてケイチ君にナタを振り上げているのかわかんない。
I don't know why I'm doing this to you. I don't know.
どうして私はこんなにも大好きな仲間たちにこんなにも恐ろしいことをしてしまったんだろう。
Why? Why am I doing this to people I love so much?
お前そうか気づいたのか
You realized it.
この世界で気づけたのかよ
You realized it in this world.
自分で自分が信じられないよ。
I can't believe myself.
こんなにもあんなにも楽しい日々だったのに、どうして私は
Every day was so much fun, but why? Why?
何の不満もなかったし、何の不安もなかったのに、どうして自分で壊してしまうような真似を。
I didn't have any complaints. I didn't worry about anything. So why did I try to destroy everything with my own 2 hands?
レナ、お前はやっぱりすげえよ。
Rina, you're incredible. After I killed you and Mion, I didn't realize I had done anything wrong, so I left a note and called Oishi-san. I still believed that someone else was at fault. Even after I was dead. I didn't even notice I had sinned. How sad it was to kill my friends because of a little misunderstanding, even when they were trying to help me. And how painful it was not to realize it was a sin.
だからレナはすごいんだよ。
Therefore, you're amazing, Rina.
仲間を一人も殺さなかった。
You didn't kill any of your friends.
お前は罪を犯す前に気づけたんだよ。
You came to your senses before you committed a sin.
さすがだよレナ。さすがだよ。俺とは違うんだ。
You're incredible, Rina. Just incredible. You're totally different from me. And then she brings the hatchet down right on him. Bam. Rina stood up slowly and lowered her hatchet.
仲間を傷つけたよ。
I hurt my friend.
みーちゃんにひどいことをした。
I hurt Mi-chan.
後で謝っとけ。
Just apologize to her.
俺的には当分の間、姉妹の入れ替わりを見抜けて、ちょうどいい傷跡だと思ってるぞ。
Personally, I appreciate that the wounds will help me tell the twins apart.
それに殺しちゃってるもんね、私。
I've already killed.
ん？
Huh?
誰も殺してないだろ。
No, you haven't.
誰を殺したよ。
Who did you kill?
マミやリナと北条哲平。
Rina, Mamiya, and Teppei Hojo?
ああ、あいつらか。
Ah, those two.
あの二人を殺すことは正しいことだと思ってた。
I thought it was right to kill them.
でもあの二人を殺した日から
But the day I killed them,
もう世界は狂い始めていったと思う。
the world started to go crazy.
だということは
Did that mean
あの二人を殺すのは
that it was wrong
正しいことじゃなかったのかな。
to kill them?
正しいかどうかは知らんが、最善手じゃなかったことは確かだな。
I don't know if it was right or wrong, but it wasn't the best thing you could have done.
最善手って
What do you mean, the best thing?
そんなこともわからないのかよ。
Don't you know? Murder's bad, Rina. I grabbed Rina's head and embraced her. Then I told her. I told her something so simple. It was so simple that anyone could think of it. But Rina didn't do it. I didn't do it either, back then.
何かやばかったり、疑いそうになったり、辛いことがあったりしたときはな。
If you're in danger or you feel like doubting others or something sad happens, it was so simple.
仲間に相談するんだよ。
You should talk to your friends.
そうだよね。
That's right.
そうだよね。
You're right. Rina cried. Rina cried in my arms for a while. She cried about the wrong choice she made at the very beginning. The choice couldn't have been hard to see. I'm sure it was something that was within her grasp. How stupid it was to worry about it by herself. She had friends. She had friends whom she trusted. Why did she think she couldn't talk to her friends about it?
私が間違ってた。
I was wrong.
どうして話さなかったんだろう。
Why didn't I talk about it?
なんで私はみんなを信じてるのに信じてなかったんだろう。
Everyone trusted me, so why didn't I trust them?
俺もかつてそうだった。
I was the same way before.
だから俺は笑わねえぞ。
That's why I won't laugh at you.
でも気づけたならいいんだ。
But you realized it.
しかもレナは俺なんかよりずっと早く気づけたじゃねえか。
You realized it a lot sooner than I did. We will trust each other. We will never doubt our friends. We will rely on each other. We will talk to each other and help each other. That's why friends are always happy, and why we can endure anything together.
じゃあレナ。
Okay, Rena.
幕の降りた舞台だけどさ。
Why don't we
カーテンコールに答えようじゃないか。
Why don't we respond to the curtain call?
これで全部おしまいだぜ。
This is really the end of everything.
カーテンコールって何かな。
What do you mean by the curtain call? What do you mean?
まあまあ、俺の独り言だ。
Well, I was just talking to myself.
最後だけ付き合ってくれよ。
Come on. We stood up together, holding hands. The moon was hanging behind us. When I nodded, Rena threw away her hatchet. It disappeared into the darkness below. Then I spoke to the audience in hell, the demons who weren't expecting this ending. I was proclaiming victory.
これで今宵はおしまいだぜ。
It's a good picture. That's all for tonight.
俺たちは惨劇に打ち勝った。
We overcame this tragedy.
もう俺たちは互いを疑わない。
We'll never doubt each other again.
だからいつまでも結束している。
We'll be united forever.
だからどんな惨劇が訪れようとも二度と屈すると思うんじゃねえ。
No matter what disaster might befall us, don't think we'll ever yield.
悲劇など知るか、惨劇など知るか。
Who cares about tragedy? Who cares about disaster?
悪魔どもが喜ぶ脚本が今後どれだけやってこようとも、
Even if the script is written by demons,
俺たちが全部ぶち壊してやるぜ。
we'll tear the whole thing to pieces. What? Oh shit. The incident at the Forest Service Field office in Hinamazawa. Date of event, midday, June 25th, the 58th year of the Showa era. Location, Hinamazawa, Shishibone City. Inside the Forest Service Field office. Summary. On June 25th, the suspect, Ryuga broke into the Forest Service Field office in Hinamazawa. She forced her way into the classroom of the local school, housed within the office complex, and proceeded to take 25 people hostage. The suspect scattered around a large quantity of gasoline and held the school hostage for over 7 hours. The situation remained in a deadlock for some time, but at 18:45, several hostages resisted and fled from the building. At the same time, a special unit from the Osaka Police Department's 2nd Riot Division arrived on the scene. 24 hostages were safely rescued. The remaining hostage fled to the roof, and after brief pursuit, the suspect engaged him in close combat. At 19:10, she agreed to disarm and surrender, freeing the final hostage. Casualties, 4. All minor injuries. Details below. Sonozaki Mion. She was captured by the suspect around noon that day. She escaped at 18:45 and was taken to safety. Suspect inflicted minor injuries on her during the fight. Furude Rika. She was captured by the suspect around noon that day. She escaped at 18:45 and was taken to safety. The suspect inflicted minor injuries on her during the fight. Hojo Satoko. She was captured by the suspect around noon that day. She escaped at 18:45 and was taken to safety. She fell and suffered minor injuries during her escape. Maibara Akechi. He was captured by the suspect around noon that day. He was released by the suspect at 19:10. He received minor injuries when he engaged in combat with the suspect. Regarding the arrest, Ryuga, she disarmed and surrendered to the police at 19:10 and was subsequently arrested. She was taken to the Okinomiya police station and questioned. She admitted to the outline given above. There's been some dispute about the accountability of the suspect during the crime, but after subjecting her to a psychiatric examination, the prosecution determined the suspect is fully accountable for her actions. The defense is in direct opposition to this and has submitted their own psychiatric examination report denying the suspect's accountability. The trial is currently in session. So I assume that's probably like the Sonozaki family kind of backing her up, as they had planned to, probably, I would guess, in court of some sort. I kind of, I mean, is that the actual end? Well, no, technically, I mean, it's the end. But I mean, there's got to be like, I would assume there's some kind of epilogue, then there's the other different endings that we need to see. The scenario jump mode has been unlocked. Great. Look upon the dessert menu. Tip's reading room has been unlocked. Great. I love the sound effect. So I guess, is it really done? Ah, the staff room has been unlocked. Thank you message. This is a thank you message for purchasing the game. To go there, select extra on the title menu. This is staff room. All right, we're back to the staff room. Good to see that that seems to be back. I think we got that starting in 5. The demon script. The demon script. A demon script. Okay. I know this kind of puts us at potentially an awkward timing thing wise. Because we're not officially done with this executable. Let's save whatever the tip is. Let's save the staff room thing. And let's save, I guess, the 2 other endings that we might pop, bad endings probably, that we have now saved. Let's do that Tuesday. I don't know if it's going to create like a super long stream for Tuesday, but I think I'd rather do that than and then be able to start, assumingly, chapter 7 next Saturday. So then we start a new chapter on a Saturday, which is, I think, technically better for us. The tip is about 10 to 15 minutes long, and the staff room is about 5 minutes long. Yeah, I remember the staff room thing from last chapter. It wasn't very long. I think I'm still leaning towards it, honestly. Because then it does allow us to easily start chapter 7 on a Saturday. Also, surprise. I didn't want to say this at the start, but I've... not only was this section, these 3 hours that we were reading here, high intensity and high energy... but I've been reading these last 3 hours like on a massive headache. I've had a headache all day. And so I think it'd be probably best for me if I can just like get out and then we just say, hey, we all clasp hands and then be like, hey, let's finish whatever's left of here on Tuesday for our Tuesday stream. You know, we can then, because then here's the other thing. What I had been doing is generally when I would finish a chapter, then I would wait about a week to start the next one. But what it basically allows us to do is like, this is like a soft ending, right? Because technically there will be a couple things we check out then on Tuesday, but it's not like high intensity stuff. It's like I said, it's going to be seeing the different endings. We'll do the staff room thing. We'll do the final tip thing, whatever that is. And it's not super intense, so it'll feel like still not a massive, like a dedicated Higurashi stream, if that makes sense. So I think I'm leaning towards that. And not only am I leaning towards it, I think I'm going to do that. So, yeah. But if you want to think about it like this, we basically finished this chapter, which is... I don't know. Did I think we were actually going to finish the chapter tonight? I don't know. If you probably would have asked me at the very start, I would have said that it'd probably be like another stream after this of story, but I guess I surprised myself. There's still some big spoiler stuff left in the tip, so don't go look for chapter 6 stuff yet. Oh, do you mean like... Oh, do you think... Okay. You mean like online? Do you think I finish a chapter and then I immediately like go online? Because I don't trust the internet enough to do something like that. I know if I was to do that, I know there would be I did this for Umineko, especially last year too, and now Higurashi this year. Like I I stay offline about. I don't look up anything because I don't trust random Google searches. I don't trust YouTube thumbnails. I don't trust anything. And that's why generally, pretty much, I keep my thumbnails, like, especially, again, this is back, just a small peek, but like, that's why I keep like my thumbnails on YouTube super plain, super basic. I don't put spoiler stuff in my thumbnails or my titles or anything because, like, yeah, that type of shit annoys the hell out of me. So I don't trust, like, I know it's such a slippery slope too, because if, like, especially if it was like YouTube videos, if I clicked during my whole Higurashi playthrough, if I click a YouTube video of anything related to Higurashi, I may somewhere down the line get recommended a video of like another Higurashi thing that has just the most spoilery like thumbnail known to man, and I would hate myself if that was to happen to me. So yeah, I've pretty much other than looking at Higurashi pachinko machines, I don't look at anything else online related to Umineko or Higurashi. Umineko now, obviously it's over, but at the time when I was doing Umineko last year, I'm pretty good at just not looking at things. So yeah, we'll reconvene Tuesday for Higurashi. We'll finish the final tip. We'll see the endings. We'll do the staff room. People are pretty loose about when they cry spoilers online. For example, Rika being aware of the loops is talk nonchalantly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm of very two mindsets. Like I said, I think like it's long been talked about, but like the YouTube thumbnail thing, that's about any video game, honestly, though. That kind of shit really annoys me. On like forums or message boards or whatever, I guess it's more whatever. It's like you just have to, I guess, to each their own. I think it's a bit more, I guess, on the reader, such as myself, to be extra careful. But yeah, you just gotta, or I just gotta try my best to kind of like avoid even searching or looking at things. Like, God, there's been so many times when I've had to, or tried to, especially in the past, especially with Umineko, and I learned quite a bit when doing Umineko, but like, even like looking up one thing in like a wiki or something on a certain character, even though like I thought I would potentially like, I've seen everything about a character or something, and I'm like, oh, I just want to double check something about a reference to a character or something. And then if you just type in a certain thing and you open a certain page, and then you just the spoiler just hits your eyes like nobody's business, and you're just like, well, fuck. So yeah, it's just gotta be careful, unfortunately. And also, if you're ever like, especially YouTube VOD watchers, if you're ever like, man, your thumbnails for your videos are so plain and boring, and they don't have a bunch of faces making goofy ass faces to try to get people to click on them, just realize that that's intentional. That's by design on my part. Did I find anything about the pachinko? No, not really. It's not something. It's the long game. If I'm ever going to accomplish the goal, it's going to be by random chance, and it's going to be probably never to happen if I'm being 100% honest about the situation, but it's not going to be something that's going to be super quick. It's going to have to just be me getting lucky at a certain random point, unfortunately. But I know that that's the case going in, so I'm not too upset about it. If I could just snap my fingers and have a pachinko machine of Higurashi variety, I would be very happy. But it's not going to happen like that. No. Unfortunately not. I'll cry myself to sleep about it, though. For sure. Alright. Yeah, we'll come back Tuesday. We can come back with any questions we may have for Tuesday. Then that gives us a bit, a few days the rest of the week to then theorize, potentially think about what we're going to get in Chapter 7. Oh my god, I can't believe we're 3/4 of the way through. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. God, I'm telling you, we finish Umineko, we do Higurashi. What the fuck is my life after those two are done? What do I do with my life? What are the giant visual novels I mean, if anything? Dark days. Dark days ahead for the channel. I won't know what to do with myself. I should just end. I should just end the channel after that. Alright, take it easy. Have a nice rest of your night. Stay safe. I'll be back tomorrow, assuming I'm feeling better. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably just going to be a lot of Astrobot tomorrow, if I'm being honest. I want to put a bunch more time into that, so. Until then, have a nice night.